Salutations, my fellow dandies! It's me, Jack Dandy, and we're back in Final Fantasy XIV after an somewhat impromptu 2-week break that ended up costing me because I didn't realise the Valentine's Day event ended like 6 hours ago. I logged on and went, alright, it's probably going to be at Gridania, and I went over to Gridania and there was just nothing, and I was like, oh. Well, maybe it's at Limpsa. No, there's nothing at Limpsa. It ended at like 3 o'clock and it's now 9:40. So, unfortunately, I missed out on my heart hand emote by 6 hours. My own fault. I just kind of assumed the event would be on for longer than 2 weeks. And it's just unfortunate. The week it came out, I played Final Fantasy VII Remake demo and Rebirth demo, if you want to be pedantic. And then last week I was busy, actually. Yeah, last Wednesday I was busy. I was going to say, last week I was ill, but I wasn't ill last week. I was busy. I had things. So yeah, oh well, I guess, buy that from the FF14 store next year, because that's what you have to do if you miss an event. Which is a shame, because I feel like the Love Heart emote would have been apt. I could have expressed my love to Tataru, instead I had to shower her with rose petals. Yeah, we're back in Endwalker. What did we do? We went to the moon. We met the little rabbit people who are running the moon and preparing it for evacuation to a different planet. Which I'll be honest, I didn't really kind of address it that much at the time. I didn't call that being a thing. I thought it was just going to be like there was going to be a base on the moon and we were going to go up there and it was going to be like a climactic thing. No, the moon's a spaceship. The moon's a spaceship and we're going to ride it to the promised land. So that's where we are at the moment. And now I have to, I guess, calm people down? I'm not entirely sure what I'm doing. But I got this cool Auron fit at the moment. I'm looking very dandy. I like this fit. I like these clothes. I'm going to be disappointed when they get replaced. Sky's aflame! Oh, Jack, I was just about to call for you. I'm afraid we received another call for assistance. This one comes from Radzat Han. The others have assembled in the main hall to discuss the situation. You must join them at once. Must I? I'll take your word for it, Tataru. What's up? Ah, there you are. Here I am. Our worst fears have come to pass, but moments ago we received grim tidings from our contact in Radzat Han. Is that the big dragon or the little boy? Vile beasts have appeared as if out of nowhere, claiming one victim after the next. What's more, they say the very sky burns above them. Man, can we go like 5 minutes without like just some apocalyptic threat destroying Eorzea? Like, we just got rid of the towers, and I just killed a god, and now the world's falling apart and on fire. Like, can we have like half an hour just to kind of, I guess that was us chilling with the bunnies. Yeah, okay, never mind. Good gods, are the final days already upon us? It would appear so. Sadly, that is all the information we have at present. No doubt the people of Radzat Han are busy fighting for their lives. Then we must go at once. They need our help. Agreed. Kryl, you'd best remain here with Tataru and gather what knowledge you can. You're in no condition for a long journey, I imagine. Also, you two are short, so, you know, if we have to run, you're just not going to keep up. Very well. Similar phenomena may have been observed elsewhere, and if so, we must know about it at once. Oh, I just realised when Dawn Trail comes out, and Kryl actually gets a combat class, Tataru's going to be the one who's just left behind all the time. Be safe out there, yes? That's assuming she even goes on holiday with everyone else. I don't remember seeing her in the trailer. Let us make first for Yedlimad. We must prepare ourselves for what may lie ahead. Yeah. Tarads at Han. Oh, Tara, you're going to be abandoned again. It's going to be like Kogane. Or no, actually, no, she did come with us. I mean, we left her in a room for a lot of Stormblood. That's the one. What's Tarads at Han? Oh. Easier. Trying to remember where all the friggin' teleporters are. Now she's not going to get a look in once Kryl's got her paintbrush.
And lo, vile beasts did rise.
It's funny to me that it's like apocalyptic over here, but it's fine over at Old Charlian. Like, it's like when you see like a rain cloud
Leaving
in the
naught
sky,
in their wake but blood
but
and
on the
ash.
other side it's like blue skies and there's no rain at all. And it's just like, oh, I guess
Sun scorches earth and boils seas.
the apocalypse just hasn't got to us yet.
And our sins ascend unto the heavens.
Oh, that looks like that.
Three dooms to unmake all we were.
That looks like the boss in the Elden Ring trailer that came out today. Oh, more Elden Ring. I'm very excited. June 21st. Let's
The
go.
sky burns. The final days are truly upon us.
My friends, I trust you have heard the news.
We have. What can you tell us of the situation, Your Excellency?
Last night, the Isle was rocked by tremors, and the earth itself cried out.
Ow!
Aloft, the heavens began to burn. From all about, unholy beasts, the likes of which we had never seen, came forth in fury and rage. No. To say they came forth would be inexact. The people of Radzat-Han themselves transformed into these baleful fiends.
The elephants? No, the elephants don't.
Though
live
the
around, so no.
phenomenon was observed throughout our lands, the first creature, the largest and most dreadful of the lot, wrought havoc upon us here in our fair city. Though they bear superficial resemblance to divinities of legend, they are ungodly abominations. The people decry them as blasphemies.
Oh, so are people like getting randomly primals?
The Large One's rampage has since taken it to the northern reaches of the island. I mean to dispatch our radiant host in an attempt to quell the threat.
And what of Vritra?
Vitra too makes for the north of his own accord, and yet he knows the blasphemy and its minions were but yesterday his beloved people. I pray his boundless compassion and mercy does not deter him from taking unenviable but necessary action.
Understood. I ask that you allow us to aid you in quelling this threat.
I just realised we've gone from one zombie apocalypse to another zombie apocalypse. Like, originally it was the whole tempering thing with the corpse of the Emperor being broadcast in Garlemald. We sorted that out, and now there's a different zombie apocalypse and that people are turning into, like, sub-deities.
You would risk your lives to help us yet again? I have no words to express my gratitude.
We got nothing else on.
Our regiments approach the north from several directions, with a number of units set to depart from the docks of Yetlimat. They will make landfall in an area of dense jungle, where one can expect to encounter dangers even beyond the fell beasts we hunt. I leave you to your preparation. You will find me at the docks when you are ready to depart.
So are we like even gonna bother trying to find a cure for this, or are we just gonna kill people?
We're as prepared as we'll ever be. Let's go.
I just feel like there's not a huge amount of discussion about like, hey, what's happened to these people? Should we be aiming to kill? Should we be trying to just subdue them so we can, you know, investigate? No, we're not going to talk about this. Okay. I really do look like Auron now, with like the world ending and the sky falling out of itself. It's cool. It's funny because like that person who's just run past me might be a different part of the story to me. And so I'm here with like all the sky on fire, and they could just be running around like happy as Larry, just be like, yeah, no, everything's fine. I don't know why, it just tickles me. Anyway, Ahawan, let's get cracking. Everyone has assembled, yes. I thank you for lending us your aid in our battle against the blasphemy. Let us review our plan of attack. I would have you board this boat and circle around to the north side of the island. There you will find a dense jungle we call Vanaspati. It is a sacred wood, home to many temples and a number of villages. Vitra and the Radiant Host have gone there ahead of us. I ask that you join them and do all in your power to destroy this blasphemy. Again, are we just like killing people, or are we trying to... I just feel like there's an uncharacteristically like low amount of discourse about what's happening here. We normally discuss this in a bit more detail. But hey, it's another dungeon. I mean, I knew there was a dungeon coming because I checked what was happening. But who do I want with me today? Let's take
My
Thancred.
I stand
Graha.
ever ready.
Victory will be ours!
And my Goya Stoller. Or do I want Estinian? Could go for the boys' parade again. No, we took Estinian last time.
Victory will be
Stoller.
ours!
Yeah, it's a good party. I feel good about that selection. Yeah, so I knew there was a dungeon coming because I looked ahead just at the quest list to see what was coming. I obviously forgot that I stopped just ahead of a dungeon last time because it was like 2 AM or something. This is like the third dungeon of Endwalker, and there's still quite a lot left. I don't know whether... I guess some of them are post-Endwalker DLC. It just feels like... I think we're about halfway through Endwalker at this point. And I don't know why, it just feels like really long compared to Shadowbringers. And maybe it's just that it's got longer cutscenes. I don't know. One or more party members... I mean, technically, like, canonically, all of us have never done this before. Okay, so let's see. I mean, those two guys literally just turned into Terminus Shripers. Also, what exactly is preventing it from turning us into these monstrosities? Do our dragon scales protect us? Again, Normally there's quite a lot of like
I will not hold back.
reading and I don't know, science when like a new threat shows up and we try and figure out kind of what the best approach is, and I feel like this time we're just jumping in feet first. I mean, I guess it's an emergency. Like, the people of Radzahan are actively being terrorized by god monsters, so...
You're mine!
Okay, no, it really feels like we're just killing them. We're just kind of accepting the fact that they're... Hey, Victor.
Me. These are children of Thavner. Forgive me. I could do them no harm.
Well, don't worry, I can. I don't know these people. These people mean nothing to me.
Allow me.
No, you crack on, Grab.
Mitre.
If this is the only way,
Save the big dragon, dude.
I shall silence the beasts of the air. Pray continue onward.
Cheers. So I thought you were going to say a bit more, so I took a drink. Into the burning forest, guys. Don't worry, it's fine. There's a path of non-flammable wood we can run along. Smoke inhalation? I know what you're talking about, you Stoller.
Allow me.
Crack on.
Allow me.
So I guess maybe it's a similar situation to the when we went to this first, and those people were turning into sin eaters. Maybe this is the Sorcerer's equivalent of a sin eater.
Mitre.
It's fine, guys. We're outside. The smoke rises.
Allow me.
I've never died from smoke and inhalation outdoors. That'd be silly. Hang on. There we go.
There.
looking at some. There was a sort of I don't know what you call it, a trend on Twitter. Someone posted one of those tweets that goes that blows up where they go, "Oh, tell me about your craziest Final Fantasy XIV experience," and then it just like lots of people post their craziest Final Fantasy XIV experiences. So I've been reading through those quite a lot, and I sort of appreciate the fact that I've generally had quite a good like experience with people. I think the worst it ever gets is just like when people have a go at me for not using res when the healer dies, because it's like, I'm trying, I just forget how it's not something I do, so it's not part of my like rotation, and I forget how to do it. But yeah, other than that, I feel like the community's been like, do I want to be on these I'll stand where oh well, hang on, there we go. I said, do I want to be on these mouths? It seems safe, but I guess it was. Tell him he's dollar. That'll show him. Oh, it's my... Okay, well that was unfortunate. That wore off at like the exact wrong... I know how to do that now, at least, because of the Fall Guys event. That taught me how to do that bit. It doesn't mean I'm good at it, but I do at least understand the mechanics. This boss so far, I mean, let's not jinx it, I guess, but this boss so far seems like really straightforward.
I will not hold back.
Kind of get why he confuses you, because it wears off as he casts the attack that you need to move away from. Cures everyone. And dead. Yeah, okay, I mean that one it was kind of a sponge, but and I have a helm of fending. Awesome. That's I mean it'll give me some
What is this vile presence I sense?
It'll give me some Grand Company bucks later.
The horde draweth near.
Elephant Man.
Be on your guard.
Well, I'll take care of this. Okay, go on then. No? Okay. You're still online. I guess she meant she'd take care of this guy. One thing I did learn, which is interesting, with the blue mage, I didn't realise that with the blue mage you had to go up to someone and do a thing called etheric mimicry, I think it's called. And so if you want to play as a DPS, you mimic a DPS class. If you want to play as a healer, you mimic a heal class. And apparently some people get upset if you mimic them without asking permission. And it's like, really? It's the kind of thing where I'm like, I don't really understand why anyone would be upset at that. So I'm excited to play as a blue mage and and to do it and annoy someone just so I can be like, I don't care. That's a stupid thing to get upset about. But yeah, I wonder whether I'll actually have chance to do any blue mage stuff before Dawn Trail comes out. Because I gotta finish this. I gotta finish. Oh, the elephant's gonna turn. Back away, children. She's becoming angsty. Oh, she made the children angsty. Post-Endwalker DLC to finish. Then I got Hildebrand. Then I got Tartaru's Day Out, whatever it's called. I got all that to do before Dawn Trail comes out. So I don't think there's going to be a whole lot of time between me doing all of that and Dawn Trail happening. I mean, I guess the good thing is that I will be, when Dawn Trail comes out, I will be caught up. And so once I finish Dawn Trail, I then, like everyone else, will have to wait for the next bit for the first time ever.
I will not hold back.
I will become, for the first time... I will become for the first time in the 2.5 years since I started playing this game, spoiler-proof. No one can. I won't be able to see anyone post a. What did I get? A Palika Ring of Casting. Is that better than what I've got? Oh, it actually is better. There we go. It's finally starting to get better gear than the stuff I paid for. Hey, salutations, Stratus. Did I have time to get the Meow Meow kernel milk at least? I did not, sadly. This was what I was lamenting earlier. I didn't realise the event ended today, and so it ended like 6 hours ago before I started streaming. And yeah, I'll have to buy it from the store next year. Unfortunately, it'd be a very fitting emote for me. But yeah, I didn't realise that most of the events are on for a few weeks or so I didn't think it would be over as quickly as it was.
You're mine!
Hey, Salutations, Frost. Yes! I did see that the FF15 event is coming back, which is useless to me because I got everything from it last time. But I'm happy for the people who missed it, because the car is one of the coolest mounts I own. I keep wanting the Yokai Watch event to come back, just because I think it's the only crossover event I haven't done at this point. I think I've done the Monster Hunter one, I've done the... Although, I would like to... I do need to do the Monster Hunter one more to get Rathalos, but it's just finding the time to do. There's so much stuff... This game's very content-dense. There's so much stuff to do, and there's just never enough time to do it all. Do you want me to tell you about the event and dates in the future? I don't like to talk about FF14 when you play other games. I didn't say it was ending. Normally I'm alright on it. Normally I do check, like, when the events are. And I follow the FF14 Twitter account. So I know when an event is happening, for the most part. It just... On this occasion, I didn't check, and I just assumed it would still be going, because it's only been, like... It's only the week after. And my assumption cost me. So yeah. It's my own stupid fault. But yeah, I follow... Normally the official account keeps me up to date. I don't know what the next event would be. If we get, I guess it'd be the Easter event next. I forget what they call the made-up Easter event in 14, but I know that there is an event because I've got the egg map from the previous year. And, of course, I've done the event for the past 2 years, so... Earrings offending. No luck, no luck. Oh, we didn't get to see who this guy was beforehand. So, do they ever, like, address the fact that we're just murdering people? Like, I know there are people who have turned into monsters, but we kind of went in without any hesitation. Quite sure what those water balloons are doing, but... I'm sure they were very scared.
Hold back.
Ow.
Allow me.
Oh, I'm in the bubble. I understand now what the bubbles are for. I guess there's...
Hold back.
I guess they just hold you in place for a little while.
There.
Oh. I see, and we're getting the bubbles for that one and that reduce. Okay. I didn't see Graha getting the bubble last time.
There.
Okay, I don't quite know what hit me there, but I'm still alive. No, no. That one. I think we got this thing. The bosses on this dungeon aren't that, like, involved. There you go. I guess they're kind of simple. I guess I don't mind that. Ooh, I have new trousers. Will they work with my, well, I might need to dye them. Do I have any black dye at the moment? I do not. The brown does not go with my new drip, but I can fix that. If I dye them black, it'll be fine. So this is just going to be what the rest of Endwalker's like, just everything's on fire. It's like, yeah, you really shouldn't have killed God. There's a reason why flying to a different planet on the moon is Plan A. Was it evil God, or was it just misunderstood God? Am I paralyzed? Oh, there we go. I am. I mean, you're right. Killing gods is what we do. You can't ask us not to do it. And it was in self-defense. Sexy crystal mummy god, so clearly it had to die. Yeah, I have a feeling we might have to kill her too. I don't know why. It just feels like that's the way the things are going. Like, we've killed one side of the coin, and I just feel like we're gonna need to take care of the other side of the coin now to balance things out. I don't know that that's the way it goes, but and I don't want to know if it is, but that just it feels to me that's how it is. I will hurt you. Hey, she's my crystal mommy too. I'm just saying, it just feels like that's where it's gonna go.
My turn.
Oh, he's saying my turn.
You're mine!
I don't know why. I thought he was saying mitre, like you know, like the staff. Because every time he says it, I've gone in my head. No, it's mightier. As a silly little joke to myself, and now I realise that Tancred's saying my turn. Wow. But I guess we're not reading the subtitles. Spending too much time looking at my hotbar. Oh, don't break the statue. But yeah, that really looks like the boss in the new Elden Ring trailer. Get this treasure coffer, and then we'll go over and fight you. Oh, cool, a choker offending. Oh, that's worthless. He knows the safe spaces. Elden Ring breaking off.
There.
It definitely feels like they're from the same inspiration, if nothing else. Pokemon sues power, whatever thought you should sue Elden Ring. Nah, screw that. They should have an Elden Ring crossover. Let's get a pothead cosmetic. So we can all pretend to be Let Me Solo Her. No, I was joking, but actually an Elden Ring FF14 crossover would actually be pretty cool. Would be pretty cool. Okay, I can follow that.
I will not hold back.
Get yourself a little, like, clay pot minion.
I'll tend to your wounds.
Thanks. I almost died there. And I wasn't not entirely sure how, but I did.
You're mine!
I will not hold back.
You're mine!
We could get Radan's little horse, steed. Or, I guess, oh, what's the name of the horse in Elden Ring? God, it's been so long since I played it. I've forgotten. What I can think of is the Accord, but that's the thing that Melina says, and is a type of car. Tempest, no. Is that right? Torrent. Tempest was closed. Yeah, you get a little Torrent mount, get a little little pothead guy, minion, and get some let me solo her glamours, or like a Melania glamour or a Radan. Yeah, there's lots of options. I got a long pole, excellent. It's worthless for me, but nice. I can trade that, I guess. Hey, citations, Briar. Shadow the Tree does look good. It does indeed. I was just saying how that boss looks like one of the bosses in that trailer, and then discussing a possible Elden Ring Final Fantasy XIV crossover event. Oh, cheer up, mate. It's... Oh, okay, no, you are ruined. Fair enough.
As I feared.
What is it?
The beast was there, and now it is no more. Yes?
Indeed. We saw it plain. But you didn't, did you?
I saw nothing. Not the blasphemy that perished here, nor the other men turned beasts. And because of this, I now see all too well.
Oh, I think I heard about this. I didn't notice it happening when I had Y'shtola on my team, but I think on this dungeon there's a mechanic that Y'shtola is bad at dodging the attacks because she can't see the enemies. Like her AI is intentionally gets hit more than normal.
There is no ether. Where the creatures should be, I saw naught but emptiness.
That's what I feared. They won't stop calling me blind, Mommy. Oh, they call her much worse things than that.
But that would mean...
Recall the words of the Watcher. 'Twas a stagnancy of ether, a cessation of flow, leading to decay and absence, that led the ancients to conclude their star was dying. This is the same phenomenon. The instant these people are seized by the transformation, their ether begins to rot and crumble away like dried mud. Until, from their corporeal forms to their very souls, naught remains.
But the beast spoke with its dying breath. Surely at least a sliver of the man it was endured.
Mayhap so. But even if the process was incomplete, it was little more than a faint residue.
Yeah, so again, we've gone from one zombie apocalypse to another zombie apocalypse. Dang it.
Gods be good. You're saying they cannot be saved?
And the moon is our mall.
Not by any means known to me. Or by any means at all, like as not. For there is naught left to save.
They return not even to the ethereal sea.
We're going to be an apocalypse of rabbits or something new. Well, the rabbits are all on the moon, obviously. Duh. Hey, dragon dude.
The beasts rage on, their hunger insatiable. Even deprived of their master, they perpetuate his legacy of hate. Once proud sons and daughters of Thavnir, all of them, and now I spill their blood.
If it helps, according to Y'shtola, they're already dead.
My friends, I am heartened to see you safe.
So don't feel too bad.
You put your secret at risk. Those closest to me already know the truth. A truth I must now share with one and all. Vitra, calamity has come to Radzatan. Our fair nation is rent by screams of pain and despair.
Yeah, we know. Owen.
More than ever, we require a strong leader to shepherd us through the storm. Reveal your true self to our people, Vitra, and guide us to salvation.
Ah, we're being attacked by monsters. People of Radzatan. Ah, we're being attacked by dragons too. This day couldn't get any worse. It's like, in hindsight, we have made the situation worse.
This I won. Thou dost forget thyself. Were we to reveal our duplicity, it would do naught but foster confusion and chaos.
Yeah, I agree. Don't bring out the giant dragon when people are being attacked by monsters.
Nay, I shall remain the Satrap's loyal ally, and do battle with the beasts. Easing hearts and leading the people to safety is thy task, and thine alone.
Time travel could fix them. What if we're going to time travel? Let's just time travel to before I killed Zodiac and stop myself. I just come out of a portal and just go, no. I know killing gods is your thing, but trust me on this one. Not this one. Just leave him on the moon. Okay? You can't get out. Just go home. We'll go home, we'll play some triple threat, we'll go on holiday.
I ask that you remain at Ahewan's side, and render unto him what aid you may.
Calm down, Owen. This is like the third end of the world we've been through. It'll be fine. This isn't even the first end of the world we've been through in this expansion. Okay, we literally just saved the world, and in doing so made things worse. But, you know, it's...
I know not what lies ahead, but without you, Radzatan will not survive.
It's been a week, let's put it that way.
Take me with you. I am as at home fighting in the air as I am on land. Take me with you.
Were my words unclear? I require no assistance. Thy place is at Ahewan's side.
Estinian, Here. It's the last thing you ever wanted. A link pearl.
Oh, Thancred got Asilian a phone. It's like, I'm so sick of not being able to contact you, and we just have to kind of vaguely track you down because you don't carry a phone. Just take it. I've got you a contract. You've got unlimited minutes and texts.
We'd gain much from knowing your elevated perspective. And it'll keep you from getting lonely, which I know you loathe.
You heard the man. Seems I'm coming with you after all.
Well, if Thancred says so.
Then I pray thy grip is iron. Be it on thy head if thou dost chance to fall.
Fair enough. Now, shall we?
Oh yeah, the FF14 Xbox beta came out. Yeah, good time to get into this game, because you can play through like the first 3 expansions now for free. Wait, no, just the first 2. It's just the end of Stormblood now, but still, that's a lot of content. That took me a good year and a half to get through.
I fear it is as Vitra says. We will not survive this on our own. While I am loath to impose upon you again,
I would insist if you did not. 'Tis the very reason we have come.
then once more I find myself without words to thank you properly. Let us return to the capital and plan our next course of action.
I mean, what I really want, and I don't know why they're not doing it. But I guess they didn't do one for Final Fantasy 16 either. But I really want a Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth crossover. But they seem reluctant to do Final Fantasy 7 stuff. Like, even the Final Fantasy 7 stuff they have done is Advent Children, and not Final Fantasy 7. Like, I think the only actual Final Fantasy 7 stuff is the Cloud, Tifa, and Aerith minions, and that's it. Everything else is from Advent Children. Our Radiant host has eliminated the immediate threat to the city, though it pains me to know those beasts were once my own people. There is no telling when or where the next transformation might occur. We must remain vigilant and steel ourselves for whatever is yet to come. Have some die. I don't want any of these, so I'm going to take the money. You may now have a Divinus Patty. Yeah! Oh, I'm level 89. I'm 1 away from the cap. I mean, technically I've already hit level 90 with a different class, but that doesn't matter. It's almost Red Mage time. Forgive me, my friends, but I must return to Megaduta for the time being. There I can better manage this crisis and dispatch my troops as the situation demands. In that case, we shall carry out an investigation of our own here in the city. Mayhap the residents can tell us more about the first of the transformations and the conditions under which it occurred. If we can ascertain what exactly triggered these tragic events, it may give us some insight as to a possible solution. I mean, killing gods. Time is of the essence. Let us split into 3 groups that we may cover more ground. Alice and I will see to Pax's path. Thancred and Y'shtola pray make for Dharma. I leave Arthur to Grahar and you, Jack. Any information you can gather on the first blasphemy or the manifestation of the final days here in the city would be most helpful. When we have completed our respective inquiries, let us reconvene in front of Megaduta, that we might share what we've learned with the satrap. Oh yeah. Team Simp, let's go. I don't know where Riange is, but I forget he's on the moon with the rabbits. Shall we be off then? Arthur is home to of a high crucible of Alchemia, whose alchemists forged many of our warding scales. That seems as good a place as any to begin our investigation, don't you think? I spoke briefly with Nuhadin, the chief alchemist here, on our last visit. He should be happy to answer our queries. Alright. Let's go, Grah. thought it was already out. I think it was supposed to come out earlier and then they delayed it, or I don't know. It might just taken a while for them to get it going. But no, it came out today. They should Seth as an optional boss, make him harder than he was in the first Kingdom Hearts, leaving more PS attacks. That would be good. He'd be very popular. Probably too popular. I think that's probably why they don't, unfortunately, because they're not too. I mean, I guess they got the Final Fantasy Tactics raid dungeon, so it's not like completely outside of the realms of possibility for them to include bosses from other games. Sephiroth is a boss back in Heavensward. It's not really Sephiroth. Looks some giant deformed version of him. That wasn't the final boss. Although the final boss of Heavensward did have Knights of the Round, which was cool. And there was that Hildebrand fake Knights of the Round as well, which was even funnier. And I guess they had the Warrior of Light from Final Fantasy I as a boss. So again, it's not. Well, the F14 service has been full of newbies, so I thought it was Xbox players. No, I don't know why. I don't know why they would be until today. Ah, I remember those red eyes. You were with those scions who commissioned the scales from us, yes. I welcome you back to the High Crucible. What brings you here in these troubling times? We're assisting the satrap in investigating the crisis that plagues the city. Did you happen to catch sight of any of the creatures? I did. As I was going about my work, I was disturbed by crashing footsteps so powerful that the very ground shook. I rushed outside and could not believe what I beheld. The night sky was burning. Suddenly I heard panic screams coming from the direction of the Balsan Bazaar. In the next instant, a monstrous beast poked its head out from amidst the stalls. A handful of the Radiant rushed to the scene, only to be sent sprawling as the fiend and its minions propelled themselves skyward. So the blasphemy came from the vicinity of the markets. This knowledge may prove useful. I thank you for sharing your tale. Well, I do believe we now know where we should inquire next. To the bazaar, then. Do you not want to stay? I am very lonely. All of my people turned into Dragon Maw. No, you're going. Okay, bye-bye. Oh, he was an optional boss, was he? Okay, so I haven't fought him yet. Well, something to look forward to. Especially if he's got a triple triad card locked behind him, in which case I will track him down at one point. I was disappointed when we met Greg that he didn't have a bunch of weapons from previous Final Fantasy games. Forgive me, but my shop's closed until further notice. Needless to say, we've more pressing concerns these days. No one really needs any rugs in the end times. It's a travesty, really. We've not come in search of wares, but information concerning the enormous fiend that tore through the bazaar. Did you perchance witness anything? Afraid not, my friend. I was here the whole time, so I only saw its little minions. It made a mess of the place, they did. While that was all going on, a great big one tore through the west side of the bazaar. You'd have better luck asking there. Alright, to the bazaar. Oh, I can speak to Graha. So this is Fafnerian weave. I must say it bears a resemblance to the traditional fabrics of Corvus. Small wonder, really, given that it's just across the water. Not that I am much of an expert.
Looks like they knew you were coming. There was an emergency meeting and it was rendered triple triad is illegal. For 5 minutes. Weirdly.
I mean, I'm not gonna do any triple triad, but I mean, nice to know that I can. I'm talking about textiles with Graha. I've not had the occasion to visit my ancestral home since coming to Sharlayan, and like as not, I will never reside there again. That said, in recent days, I found more acutely aware of my heritage, and grateful for it. It is thanks to my forebears that I inherited the royal eye, and with it the wisdom of ancient Alag. And so, well, I simply hope that my countrymen are safe, and one day, when this calamity is but a memory, I would like to see Corvus again, if only once. I forgot. I remember they did explain it, I think, when Graha was like first introduced in A Realm Reborn. I forgot that he had like Naruto, like special eyes. But yes, now I can't play Triple Triad even if I wanted to. If I do this mission and then suddenly someone will play Triple Triad with me, it will be a very well-timed ban. Is something the matter, Traveller? If you're lost, perhaps I can be of assistance. Your offer is most appreciated. We're not lost, but we're in need of information. Might you know anything about the gargantuan beast that rampaged through the bazaar? Aye, I saw it all, though I wish I had not. I was going about my work when all of a sudden a piercing scream cut through the air. I turned around and there was the fiend, its massive body bursting through that entryway with the force of a tidal wave. And then it was gone as quickly as it came. Okay. Onward then. That's a cool headpiece. So I got distracted. Another little wolf girl. The sisters have mercy. What is happening to the world? What am I to do? Is nowhere safe? Settle down, friend. The danger has passed, at least for now. If it's not too painful to remember, could you tell us what you saw? First, I heard the screams, and then a horde of ravening beasts came charging towards us. One of them was huge, bigger than a mallet, throwing people around like rag dolls and was eating them. I hid under the counter, saw others do the same, but the shrieking and wailing kept getting louder, more voices in the throng. Beasts or victims, I couldn't tell. I knew not what was happening, I still don't. That is enough, my good man. You were brave to share with us your tale. Many of your fellow merchants are safe. The High Crucible, too, has survived mostly unscathed. Pray stay close to your friends and loved ones and rest your body and mind while you are able. I suspect that is the most we can expect for people to hear to tell us. I think it best to find a place outside the bazaar where we might rest and review our findings. Over here then. Well, if you're stuck for which server to play on, might I recommend Moogle on the Chaos. It's Chaos? I think I'm on Chaos. That's the cool server. It is a European server, and it is a French, apparently. I didn't realise when I joined Moogle, and I haven't noticed a huge amount of French people, but so Travis insists to me that it is the French server. So, but so the time zones would be completely out of whack, but I'm here. Otherwise, I guess just go on one that's offering bonus XP. Judging by their accounts, the transformation had already occurred by the time the beast reached the bazaar. It tore through the west side of the bazaar and headed towards the Aetheryte Plaza. In other words, the blasphemy may have first appeared in this vicinity. That being the case, the people in that Meheni can surely tell us more. Sleep schedule's completely that wax, it works out. There we go, it's Moogle. Otherwise, if you play literally any other server, I'm pretty sure Stratus will have a character on it. But Moogle's the one I play on. Going after that enormous beast, are you? I saw it, including the very instant that poor bastard transformed. Damn the gods for putting me there. It started over there by the window. A few men, merchants, probably talking and drinking. Oh, probably. Talking and drinking. Not that they were probably talking and drinking. Conversation must have taken a turn for the worst. Next thing I know, their leader, I suppose he was, buries his head in his hands and black mist was swirling about him. Then his whole body bursts apart and there stands a hideous, slavering beast. Massive and foul, all gaping maws and bulging eyes. His friend starts shrieking, then the black mist comes again until the change takes them too. Stuff of nightmares, I tell you. Nightmarish indeed. Incidentally, do you perchance know who those merchants were? No, I'm a decorator by trade. That's irrelevant. Not much cause to mingle with their sort. Saw Leal, the barmaid, chatting with them, though. She might know something. Hi, Leal. Oh, pardon me. I was just... anyway, take a seat wherever you like. We're open for business as per usual. Oh. Do we... Okay, I guess we're not talking to her then. I guess we're talking to Romera. Even after repairing all that damage, it'll take a while for a business to pick up again. Do you mean the blasphemy? That's what the Radiant have been calling it, anyway. I saw it too. We all did. I was standing here at the counter as Mary poured me a drink, when suddenly there came this dreadful sound, like a pained, angry groan. It was unlike anything I've ever heard. I turned around in shock, and from an ominous black cloud of black mist rose the creature, enormous and ghastly to behold. As for what happened next, to record it sent shivers up my spine. By some stroke of fortune, I was able to slip outside before the beast got its claws on me. But the sight of that greeted me offered no solace. The blue sky above turned red as blood. Mary, myself, and the other survivors clung to each other for dear life until the Radiant host came to our aid. Wait, did I hear correctly? The beast manifested before the sky began to burn. I'm certain of it. The windows here offer a clear view of the sky, and I saw nothing out of the ordinary until the beast appeared and began to rage. A clue! Now we'll talk to Milil. It's not that I insist it's the French server. They do keep track of player languages and server Moogle is like 70% French. I just don't see people talking French that often. Like, I'm sure you're right. I think it's funny that you, Justin, keep insisting it's the French server, and I'm just blissfully unaware of the fact that it's the French server because everyone speaks English. A lot of French people means non-French guilds have a harder time getting players. Well, I've got no interest in joining a guild anyway, so I've been invited to several. I just don't know them all. Because we're not assholes. Well, that's not true. Man, also, if they're speaking French, I wouldn't know whether they were being polite or not anyway, because I wouldn't understand. That's what you're here for. You're here to translate for me. Oh, hello there. Welcome to Merid's Meheni. I'm pretty sure it's Meheni. What can we get for you? We have come not for libations, but rather for information. You are Milil, yes? We're investigating the so-called blasphemy on the satrap's behalf. We hear it was one of your customers, a merchant, that first underwent the transformation. What can you tell us about him? He was something of a regular here, especially of late. Kazil was his name. He ran his own consortium, dealing primarily in the exports of Thavnarian specialties. It's through him we met Matsia. I don't remember who Matsia is, but yes, the name rings a bell. Did you meet them both on your first trip to Thavner? If I recall correctly, Kalzal ran a trading operation. Oh, I remember him. In Yerlamad, and it was there that you made Matsia's acquaintance. Yes, that is the same Kalzal, no doubt. A rather successful man, from what I gather. That said, it was clear he had fallen on hard times of late. Those ghastly towers popping up everywhere cannot have been good for business. Alright, I'm just catching up on chat, but I'm not going to read any of that out. Trying times for the head of the trading consortium, indeed. Kalzal was a compassionate man, even as his own business suffered. He did what he could to provide for the artisans, fishermen, and many other who counted on him to sell their wares. The real word is the perineum, by the way. Again, I'm not providing any context for that. Just understand that it's relevant to what chat. Well, what Satratus and Briar are talking about in chat. Wait, no, is the perineum? Yeah, that's the perineum. Indeed, that was the very topic of yesterday's meeting, as far as I could hear. Yet they discussed matters further. Kalazal's tone grew grave and grim, and it was then that... Forgive me, I would not have you recall the memory if it brings you pain. If I could, I would ask just one more thing. Did you notice anything unusual about Kalzal in particular? Please, anything at all. Sorry, nothing springs to mind. Perhaps someone else can help you. Calzell lived for his work and had no family that I know of. His employees and associates knew him best, but they too are lost to us. Still, perhaps his neighbours know something I do not. I can direct you to them if you believe it would help. What do you say? We're literally just following whatever leads we've got, so yeah, just point us in a direction and we'll go. Yeah, well, I can't spell that. That's fair enough. Gooch is easier to spell than perineum. Calzal made his home in Kama, a nearby residential area. From what I gather, Calzal lived there since childhood and was known throughout the neighbourhood. Kama. The name is new to me. How do we get there? I'll write down some directions. I cannot promise that you will find what you seek there, but if nothing else, it is a start. Come, let's see where this lead takes us. Onwards for more investigation. I just realised that I couldn't go to all of these places before because they were all locked off the last time I came here. Now I can attune to places. I thought I was under the assumption that I had already attuned to everything. Let's see. After leaving the Mehene, we're to retrace our steps and head back towards the Aetheryte Plaza. Oh, okay. There'd be more to that. And make fun of us for eating snails. Hey, you've got an entire academy that makes up words for you. I'm sure there's a French word for the perineum. You know, you gotta have a word for every part of the body in case you need surgery on it. Okay, that's still disabled. From here, we ascend the stairs. Okay. And Graha could just lead the way, rather than having to constantly stop all the time, but I mean, he's not a leader. That's what it boils down to. Even though he did lead an entire nation for a few years. This must be huge, in which case we should take the path leading southeast. This way. I mean, I feel like I know where to go from here, but if we keep going this way, we should arrive in Kama before long. Walking these unfamiliar streets is quite the adventure, is it not? I can only hope we explore routes at hand at our leisure once this crisis has passed. Yeah, I'm sure we'll get a chance to. I feel like it's a bit of a shame that they go to such effort to craft all of these cities, and then you really only have reason to go through them once or twice, you know, just to explore, and then you just fast travel through everywhere. And this must be Kama. We've arrived at last. Let us begin questioning the residents without delay. No doubt someone here can tell us more about the Calzal. Given recent events, I imagine many are taking shelter indoors. Scrapple is pork trimmings mixed with spices and cornmeal into a loaf. Then you lightly bread it in flour and pan-fried butter or lard until golden brown. It's good with maple syrup or jelly. I think we have a thing called scrapple, but I think it's apple juice. Oh, that might be frapple, actually. I might be thinking of frapple. No, that's frapple's a frappuccino. Scrapple is indeed that. What is the thing I'm thinking of? Oh, Snapple. That's what I'm thinking of. I think Snapple might be an American thing. I think it's more known for they're more known for their iced tea. Sorry, just a string of consciousness that I had to get out from reading the word Scrapple. I mean, that sounds nice. I mean, it doesn't sound healthy, but it sounds nice. Who am I asking? No one's got a thing above their head. Maybe I should go inside the houses. Silly me, I thought maybe we had to knock on the doors. But no, you just walk inside the houses. Could you come back another time? I just woke up and I'm not exactly in the mood for idle chit-chat. Well, that's one way to avoid the panic, I suppose. Pardon our intrusion. You may not have noticed, but a great danger has come to Thafnir. I encourage you to stay alert and prepare to flee the city should the situation turn dire. But before we leave you in peace, pray allow us to ask you a question or two. Did you know a local merchant named Kalzal? If so, did you notice anything unusual about him recently? Kalzal? Aye, I know him. In fact, we spoke just the other day. Like many others, his business was doing poorly. Still, it seemed as though he'd managed to turn things around, thanks to a generous order from Ruveda Fibers. But he's practically dancing in the streets. I haven't spoken with him since, but I assume it all went well. Did Jinabahar might be able to tell you more, though as I recall, he was the one who brokered the arrangement. Jinabahar at Ruvedea Fibers. Let's make a point to visit him after we've spoken with the other locals. So let's. And there's only one other house that's got a door on it. Kalzal, you say? Yes, I've known him since he was a boy. If there was ever a man who was born to be a merchant, it was him. Always early to depart and late to return. He'd spent his days procuring the finest wares and seeking out willing customers. You could say it came to him as easily as breathing. Sadly, business was flagging of late. No surprise, really, what with how dangerous travel has become. He was cooped up in his house from dawn till dusk the other day, no doubt racking his brain for a way to turn his fortunes around. Then at night I heard the door open. I looked out to see Kalzal sitting on a bench, his head hung low, a man with the weight of the world on his shoulders. I see, the situation must have been quite dire indeed. Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary? Nothing to speak of, other than the troubles with his consortium. He was the same old Kalzal, cordial and honest like always. These questions you are asking, has something happened to him? He wasn't caught up in that terrible incident at the bazaar, was he? No, he definitely didn't turn into a monster and then was killed by us. I don't travel much these days, but my daughter told me not to venture outside. Stuck in here as I am, I've heard little about these bizarre goings-on. Rest assured, the city is safe for now, but the situation may change without warning. I urge you, stay close to your daughter, and be prepared to take refuge should the satrap order it. Let's make choufli pie, which is basically brown sugar and molasses in a pie. Healthy as relative. Ah, you know. You gotta have... I mean, you gotta have unhealthy options, but you do also have to have healthy options alongside them as well, I suppose. You know, we've got sausage rolls and Scotch eggs. But then we've also got... salad? If I'm not mistaken, these stairs lead to Dharma. Okay. It's quite a sight, the red sky above. In the final days of yore, the heavens burned and the stars fell. Creation magics run amok. That was my assumption when I saw Amarot. Perhaps the ancients believed the same, that the terror of a single powerful individual was the cause of their calamity. And yet, those selfsame horrors now manifest themselves before our eyes. What could it be that sets the heavens aflame and turns ordinary men into beasts? Well, that's exactly what we're trying to figure out. Full English breakfast. Yeah, that's... I'd like to say we don't eat that every day, but I'm sure there are some people who do. I think half this my people do is spinach salad with bacon dressing. So that sounds quite nice. They're farming silkworms. This must be Roveda fibers, where we should find Jinabaha. Agreed. I'm here. And hurry, I say. There's no time to waste. Pardon me, but you're in charge. It just makes me laugh when I jump down on someone to talk to them, and then it cuts to me walking in calmly from the side. Pardon me, but you're in charge of buying and selling here, yes? We have a few questions that we'd like to... I'm sorry, but I simply don't have time to chat. If you haven't noticed, we have our hands full at the moment. We must carry all our wares and equipment to safety before those accursed beasts return. In that case, might we be of assistance? Perhaps we could speak when the job is done. Ah, crate moving. It's been a while. This is the Warrior of Lights. Killing gods and play triple triad, and then moving crates. Very well. You can start by helping us move our equipment. Ask the others what to put where. And you can carry our fabrics. That is a door. Go through that door and speak with Kamala. She'll tell you the rest. Remember, these textiles are a livelihood. Handle them with care. I guess beans on toast is sort of kind of healthy. You know, beans are technically vegetables. And they're in a tomato sauce. That's 2 of your 5 a day. And then toast. That's not terrible for you. This area is for employees only. Out, out. I'm an employee. Technically. What's that? You've come to help. Oh, praise be to Munduruva. Kind stranger, I welcome your assistance. On your way here, you pass 3 storehouses, yes? I'd like you to carry that small crate to Nabrithho, by the storehouse near the hatchery. The crate of clothing is for Manuna, and that massive crate there goes to Zaymera by the middle storehouse. Watch your back with that one. These are all the crates we have ready. Once they've been delivered, consider your work here complete. Oh, I have to carry crates quickly. Hell yeah, it's crate time. Oh, I can't sprint. Thread, is it? Then you've come to the right place. We thank you for your aid. I feel like these people could have gone and got these crates for themselves. If you have any crates of finished products such as carpets, clothing, and the like, pray bring them here to our primary storehouse. A crate full of clothing, is it? I can take that off your hands. Many thanks for the delivery. I've been playing a lot of Death Stranding recently, both on stream and off. And sometimes you do just pick up parcels like 10 feet away from where they need to go. And it's just like, I feel like you could have got this yourself. I say, you're quite the brawny one, aren't you? A good thing, that. Never know when you'll need to defend yourself in these unpredictable times. A crate full of fabrics, is it? Exactly what I was hoping to receive. Here, let me put that away for you. I did it. That was really easy. We have carried all the crates to the storehouse, as you say. And so quickly, too. Why, I've never seen anyone so strong. And my associates will see to the rest, so please return to Jinabaha, and assure him our work is proceeding apace. To tell the truth, we're grateful for this distraction. Too many terrible things of late. Too many terrible happenings of late, but generous souls like yourself give me hope that we may emerge from this trial even stronger. I pray we meet again in more peaceful times. didn't know until a year ago that British baked beans aren't like American baked beans. Ours is sweeter. They do put quite a bit of sugar in Heinz, but yeah, generally they're more savoury. I prefer Branston baked beans myself. They're the, in my opinion, the superior baked bean. But Heinz is the popular one. Done as I asked, have you? If Kamala is satisfied with your work, then so am I. You have done us a great favor, traveler. Now, tell me your secrets, Fabric Man. I too have delivered the instruments and apparatus entrusted to me. Branson, like the pickle people, yes. Yes, same company. Hey, they make a few things. They make, I think they make brown sauce as well. Again, HP is the popular one, but Branston brown sauce isn't bad. You both have my thanks. With our wares safely stored away, we'll not lose any more to those fiends. I take it that your establishment did not escape the attack unscathed. We did not. Thankfully, most of our workers had already left for the day, but those of us still here saw it all. We looked to the burning skies in confusion, and then, before we could even begin to make sense of it, a hideous creature burst through the doors, shrieking. We ran for our lives, but one of my colleagues was not so fortunate. He cried out a scream of such agony, such terror, and in the next instant he too spouted fearsome claws. The sight of it caused another fellow to panic, and then he too transformed. So I mean, it sounds like it's spread by fear or despair. I'm sorry, there was something you wanted to ask. Indeed, you knew the merchant Calzal, did you not? I believe he had some dealings with your establishment. Calzal, I know him well. We'd arranged for his consortium to deliver a large shipment of fabrics, but in the end we received a better offer and had to turn him down. Okay, so it's despair that's turning people. I understand his business is struggling, but so is ours. Another of our reliable trading partners agreed to transport the goods for a much smaller commission, and we'd have been fools to refuse. I felt terrible for withdrawing the offer, but you must understand, we simply had no choice. He tried to put on a brave face when I delivered the news, but his dejection and despair were plain as day. He said he'd discussed it with his associates, but I could tell he'd all but given up hope. Dejection and despair. You remember what we saw in Vanaspati, yes? Soldiers and jungle dwellers pushed to the very brink, turning into beasts one after the next. It would seem the same phenomenon occurred here. The poor craftsmen, attacked by the fiends as well as those who witnessed it, all undergoing the change. I suspect that everything began with Calzal. By all accounts, it was he who suffered the most profound and piercing despair. Wait, could that be it? That such intense emotions were what triggered his transformation? Quickly, we must pull all copies of Grave of the Fireflies from circulation. There's no telling how many more monsters that film will create. Much remains unclear, but I believe we are drawing closer to an answer. At any rate, we must discuss our findings with the others. So we're saying is we have to burn down the capitalist state and overthrow the monarchy on it. No, because then we'll just make the monarchists sad. And we'll just have different monsters. What we need to do is turn off the internet. That's where all the despair's concentrated. We were to reconvene with the others in front of Megaduta, were we not? That should be just outside. With any luck, they would have already returned from their own investigations. My friend, we must take our leave. I pray that your establishment is spared further tragedy. But remember, your lives are far more precious than any wares. If you are ordered to flee, do so without hesitation. Indeed. I thank you for your concern and pray you to take care as well. We meet up with the other Scions and they've just come to completely different conclusions. It's like, I found that happiness does it. It's like, oh, well that's not helpful at all. Wait, how do I get to where I need to go? Up the stairs. That's right, I jumped down to get here, didn't I? Monarchists don't count as people. Be nice.
There you are. You've spoken with the survivors.
Indeed. We thought to share what we have gleaned, that we might together gain a greater understanding of present circumstances.
Fortuitous timing. Alize and I completed our own investigations not long ago.
We've discovered that triple triad is the cause, and we must ban it immediately. And it's, the warrior like breaks down to his knees and turns into a monster.
Then we should take a moment to compare notes. Shall we begin with the two of you?
That's called the Final Fantasy XIV bad ending.
So the merchant Karzal was gravely concerned about his business in the days preceding his untimely end.
The tales we heard were much the same. The first victims to be changed into blasphemies were all overcome with anguish of one manner or another. Then those who saw their loved ones stolen before their eyes succumbed to a similar panic, setting in motion a chain of transformations.
Marcus, I know a guy with a guillotine. Let me know if you need it. There aren't even any kings or queens in this game. It's a moot point.
Fear, unease, despair. These negative feelings serve as a catalyst.
I think the closest thing to a king is like a king or queen is the Sultana, but even she wants to like make it so that you vote people in instead of. I think actually she did inherit it from her father. I was trying to think of the other places. Yeah, the rest of them, yeah. Surprising.
So, then it is not unlike the calamity that befell the ancients.
Surprising for a fantasy game not to have any sort of proper kings and queens.
With their creation magics, they unwittingly gave form to untold horrors.
Oh, of course, excluding his rounded voluptuousness, King Mogulmod, the 16th, whatever his number was.
Had they simply lost control, surely it would have manifested in many forms, not all of them monstrous. Yet somehow, this phenomenon is triggered solely by the darkness in their hearts, a common thread with what we now witness.
Common, but not identical. While the beasts the ancients faced were forged with magic alone, those of today are born of sentient beings. Why remains to be seen, but there is one fundamental difference between us and our predecessors. Our souls are sundered, whereas theirs were not.
Yes, that is actually a good observation.
Perhaps that single variable makes all the difference.
If I may, there was another detail that troubled me. We have it on good authority that Karl Zahl's transformation took place before the skies began to burn.
What? If that's true, then the situation's more dire than we realized. It means even if there's no ominous sign presaging the final days, anyone, anywhere, has the potential to become a beast. Even in lands we thought safe, even as we speak.
Look! It's the satrap!
Even as we speak, let's all just hang our heads for like 10 seconds in silence. Zero sense of urgency.
Thank the heavens.
My countrymen, I am relieved and heartened to see you strong and safe. While the danger has not yet passed, far from it, Allow me to assure you that the beasts that raged within the city walls have been exterminated to the last. Outside this sanctuary, the brave men and women of the Radiant Host and our dragon ally continue to battle our unholy foes. I pray these tidings put your minds at ease and help you calm your hearts. Have faith that we shall soon conquer this terrible trial.
Your Excellency, is there any word from Palaka's stand? My grandson was bound for there yesterday, and I worry for his life.
It's weird when there's old people in these games, because you don't see them very often. The life expectancy
We are
isn't
still
very
awaiting
high.
a report, but I promise you, as soon as I have aught to share...
Outside of, like, Master Matoya.
Your Excellency, I bring grave news.
You mean great news, right?
You are?
I'm Matya of Akyali, a humble fisherman.
Ah, I remember you from our first visit.
Wait, you're... But...
This is Thancred.
But no, that can wait. When the skies turned red, I set off for Palaka's stand, fearing for the safety of a friend. But as I drew near the village, I saw dreadful beasts all about.
No! Gods have mercy!
Stop.
Your Excellency! Save my grandson, I beg of you!
Okay, just don't despair.
We will spare no effort to save all we can, but you must remain calm.
Calm? You tell me to be calm? You saw those beasts? They tore our bravest warriors limb from limb! What if we are too late, huh? They catch him, sink their fangs into him?
Quickly, knock her unconscious before she despairs. Oh.
Get away from her, now!
I feel like we should have tried to do something instead of just watch that happen. Like, surely Thancred could have gone over and done like a ninja chop to the back of her neck. Oh, for frick's sake.
Damn it! We've got to kill them before it spreads.
We'll handle this. See the townspeople to safety.
We've got to stop them before it spreads.
Run!
They
As
say
fast as you
after
can!
standing there for 30 seconds watching it spread quite a bit.
No!
Oh no, it's slowly making its way towards me! Oh, well, that was just rude. It's like the steamroller in Austin Powers.
Vitra, our people, you must save them.
Okay, well, Juan, I feel like you just made... You've just made the people despair a lot more.
My son.
Enough! You must run. For their sake and your own.
Punch him!
will survive. You must.
Okay, so that's the solution. We need to calm people down quickly enough. Oh, is that cockatrice from FF12, is it? I always just assume, unless I recognise them, they're all original monsters. But yeah, I guess they probably do borrow some from the other games. Grant's like, oh, I'm so sick of this.
Be strong, my friends! Fear not, for we will defeat these abominations!
I mean, I like Graha, but I don't think he's not exactly the most awe-inspiring
Brave men and women of the
world.
Radiant Host! Lend your Stola and Thancred your aid! Let not a single beast escape!
That used
The
to be
rest
my
of
brother.
you, flee this place! Carry the wounded if you must! Head indoors or underground! Above all, stay calm. No beast will follow you. We will see to that.
Yes, it would have made like way more sense if the Warrior of Light did that speech, but
leave the city to us.
it's the problem by having a
Make
mute
for
protagonist.
Stand at once.
They can't really make dramatic speeches very well.
Matsya, show my friends to the village. I promise you, they're more capable than the host's finest.
Right. Go with them, will you? We will save these people. As many as we can.
Thancred could have done it. Yeah, he's got it. Thancred's got more, what's the word? Not appearance. What's the word I'm thinking of? Presence. Thancred's got a lot more presence than Graha Deer. We must save Palakastan, whatever it takes. Matsya, it pains me to put you in harm's way, but I would ask you for your aid as well. Oh, of course. Palakastan is not far, just down that hill. But as I told His Excellency before, the path was blocked by terrible creatures. I had no choice but to turn back. In this case, this is all what we shall do. Jack, I ask you to take the lead, dispatch any beasts you encounter. Alice and I will keep Matsya hidden amidst the trees, and follow when the path is clear. Okay, I am guessing that we don't ever figure out a way to turn people back. The best we can do is figure out a way to stop people from transforming and stop the source of the transformations. Because otherwise, we have killed a lot of people who we could have saved, and they have at no point broached the option of being able to save them. Like they're very, I mean, they were very clear with that scene with Y'shtola earlier that we can't save these people. But yeah, I'm guessing they're just gone. There is no telling what dangers await us. Keep your eyes peeled. Yeah, gravitas. That works as well. But yeah, there's just, like I said, I like Graha, but no one knows who he is. He's just some guy with a fancy stick. I mean, most people don't know who I am just from appearance, but they at least know of my reputation. Like I'm the champion of Eorzea. He didn't even name drop me. But yeah, when it comes to convincing people, all I can do is nod aggressively, as you say, and just hope I get a good roll on charisma. I get a nat 20, and people are like, well, I mean, he's not saying anything, but I believe. I like what he's not saying. He's mute, but I, you know, I like what I'm hearing. It hurts. Yeah, it's fine. Again, Y'shtola's just very, very clear. These people are definitely dead. They're definitely. You're not killing, you know, innocent people. They're definitely monsters. Definitely dead. It's fine. Don't worry about it. We 100% can't turn these people back. Just gonna tune to the Aetheryte if that's okay with you guys. I like the cut of his jib. He didn't say anything, but he said it well. Exactly. It's not about what he said, it's about what he didn't say. And he didn't say everything. It cannot be. I mean, it looks pretty calm. I mean, other than the dead and injured people. We must heal those we can, and quickly. I see no beasts, but stay on your guard. It is, by the way, only a matter of time with them referring to them as beasts before I accidentally slip and read that as breasts. It almost happened then. No, they're dead. They're dead. We're in a tropical climate, by the way. Their body would not start to cool. If anything, it would start to just fester. Even if I wake, the nightmare goes on. No, leave me to sleep. You call out, but the man does not respond. Okay, I guess he just passed out. Or died from anguish. I guess that's a possibility. Don't turn into a monster. Here, let me pat your head. Have you come to help us? Too late. Too late. My family, my friends. Oh. We're not that sad. If you're not turning into a monster, you're clearly not that upset. It's like, no, I am. I'm really upset. I promise. It's like, well, turn into a monster then. Are these the only villagers who survived? I can only hope others managed to flee, but if the rest have been turned to beasts by the 12... I'd surrender. Death by Boober is an honourable death. I mean, if you've got to go... If you've got to go anyway. Let us do what we can to see that the damage spreads no further. And no matter what comes, we must keep our spirits high, lest we ourselves suffer a similar fate. I can tend to the rest. Pray look after Matsia. No doubt what we have seen here weighs even heavier on his heart than ours. Matsia! You haven't turned into a beast, so again, you can't be that sad. I've become very judgmental during this zombie apocalypse. Oh, Jack! This is Uruvet, the elder here. He is hurt, but praise be to the sisters, he still lives. Young Matsia here has told me everything. I have not the words to express my gratitude for your aid. When the heavens began to burn, we were afraid, but did our best to carry on as we always have done. Until today, when those unholy beasts came pouring into our village. A flood of midnight and death. There are no words to describe what followed. Men and women I have known since they were babes, struck down by the creatures, only to rise again to join the murderous horde, in the guise of those same hideous fiends. In the chaos, a handful of our villagers fled for their lives. I can only hope they have found their way to safety. Matsya, do you perchance remember Kurasaf and Mevan, the young couple who always bought your freshest catches? How can I forget, Elder? When I first came to peddle my wares, desperate for eke out a living, they showed me such kindness. Others shunned me as an outsider, as is their way, but Kurasaf and Mevan brought my fish and sung its praises. They turned my fortunes around. Yes. Alas, I fear they're both dead. Sorry. Alas, I fear they were in terrible danger. I saw them running towards Agama Temple, one of those beasts in close pursuit. They had their child, still but a tiny babe. To elude these fiends while caring for one so young is an impossible task, surely. I beg of you, go to their aid. You know, I'd like to, but I'm awful busy. I want to help them, yet I am but a fisherman. I cannot face beasts on my own. Will you come with me? Nod. Oh, thank you. Agama Temple lies to the west of here. We must hurry. I want to help them, but I am but a giant, stout elephant man. What could I possibly... Oh wait, yes, I'm incredibly strong just by default. Even if I'm a fisherman. I'll just shoulder barge them, and they will die. Where are we? Oh, we're over here, okay. Don't mind me, weird plant. I said don't mind me. Let's go! The OG mount. So, the temple is just ahead. It was built by those who worship Saint Agama, but has sadly fallen into disrepair in recent years. If my friends made it this far, no doubt they are hiding somewhere amidst the ruins. Oh, please, no! Oh, dear. That was Kerasaf. Oh no, this is not good. Wait here. Yes, I understand. The cry came from the ruins. You must hurry. I will hurry. The shortest distance is a straight line. Ow. I probably would have been good just to run around. Hey. Warrior of Light here. Am I saving you from your husband and child by any chance? Apologies if so, but, you know, needs must. There you go. You dead? Don't make fun of Vavar. Yeah, I'm not making fun of him, I'm just saying he could do... He's a giant elephant man, he could do something. The man lies motionless on the ground, bearing a grievous wound. I mean, I do have some high potions, but... I'm sorry, Jack, I tried to stay behind, but I couldn't. No, hang on. That's probably my capture card, not the game. There we go. No! It cannot be! Sorry to cut the tension there with a knife. Is someone, anyone? My arms so heavy, and my legs, they're so heavy too. And my head, oh, so heavy. Everything's heavy. I am dead. My wife fled with our daughter. I need to find them. Need to be with them. I need... Kirasaf, no, Kirasaf, you must stay strong. More time. I thought I had... I don't want to die. That's a weird one. That is that's a weird option to have. I'm going to speak to him. Why are you touching my face? Get off. Wait, I just distract him from his despair by being creepy. Lick his face. Lick his face and tickle his feet. And he's just like, what are you doing? Stop being weird. Thank you. Please, find them. Mervan still lives, and she has their child. They definitely weren't the beasts you just killed, I'm probably sure. We must search the jungle between here and Palakistan. There is nowhere else she could have gone, I think. Forgive me, Kurasaf. Once we have saved your wife and child, we will return and lay you to rest. Come back and find the plants. Just one of the plant things is just eating them. Alright, off we go. Oh yeah, one of these langurs is just... Oh, well, they've got his face off. If Dulia Chai was here, no one would despair. Just saying, game. Yeah, if only there was a way we could bring her from the first to cheer people up. You see no tracks or other signs of recent travel. Mervan and the child must be elsewhere. I do like that as a strategy, though. Just when anyone's at risk of despairing, we just like slap them and try to slap them, grab their nads, twist their nipples. Just do anything we can to distract them from their despair. Just turn the despair into annoyance, and then just be like, what? Like, yeah, it's a bold strategy, but I think it will work. Just loudly start singing Barbie Girl on repeat. And they're just like, my wife, my child, let's go Barbie. Oh damn it, now I've got it stuck in my head. Oh, I can't think of anything else now. I'm so distracted by the Barbie Girl song, I can't think about how sad I am. Thank you, Warrior of Light. You have saved me. Or, yeah, I mean, just punch him. Just punch him in the face really hard, so that they fall unconscious. Like, that would do it as well. Like, they might turn into a beast when they wake up, but we could put them in like a hot bath and get them like like some nice clean pajamas, and at least they'll wake up and they might be a little happier, like a mug of cocoa with some little tiny marshmallows in. If Mervan and her daughter came through this area recently, you see no evidence of their passage. I'm not looking for their passage. Wait, is this just led me back to this? Yeah, this is just the town again. Now it's stuck in my head. See? And now you can't despair. Job done. Did you see any of them? I found nothing. Perhaps the beasts have chased them farther from the village. Oh, gods above, I beseech you, pray deliver Mervan and her little one to safety. Well, Matsu, oh, never mind. I was gonna be like, well, you seem to have this under control. I'm gonna peace out and head to the Gold Saucer. Meanwhile,
No more enemies to trouble us here.
Let's go. Just
me.
answer his
How
link
fare you
full and
below?
just flies off the back of the dragon.
Understood. I will inform Vritra.
I wish this was on. I'd probably hit you with something heavy. You have no power over me now.
Chaos and panic sweep Raz-at-Han, and many more have succumbed to the transformations. Amidst the fray, Ahawan fell, protecting a grief-stricken father. My friends fight alongside your Radiant host to secure the capital. Beasts have been sighted in Palakistan as well. We have divided our forces in hopes of quelling the threat there. Of small solace is that we now know what triggers the transformation. As my companions tell it.
Wait, we've just made the dragon despair.
So it is the very fear and despair in their hearts which inflicts this abhorrent punishment upon them.
Don't make the dragon despair. If regular people turn into, like, monstrous things, imagine what Vitra would turn into.
A nightmare from which my children will never awake. O capricious and cruel fate, they are undeserving of such condemnation.
Will you wallow in sorrow or rise to the occasion? Raz-at-Han is leaderless. Before he passed, Ahawan sought to reveal the truth to his people. Honor his wishes.
To what end? To breed a new conflict between dragon and man.
Part of Estinian's dragoon training, by the way, is the ability to talk whilst, like, moving at very high speeds in the wind.
These claws could reduce thee to shreds with a touch. These jaws crush thy bones to dust.
It's like a really powerful version of ventriloquism.
Only through my proxy could I walk with my children. Without him, I am a bringer of fear, no different from the beasts which beleaguer them.
I mean the voice throwing part of ventriloquism, not the non-lip moving part of ventriloquism. I guess voice throwing is different to ventriloquism, thinking about it. Like, it's part of the same skill, I think, but... Bahamut Zero, oh god, we've already got a Bahamut. I haven't bothered to take care of him either, he's just sat in a coil somewhere. We don't need another one.
Only in death
unless I can summon him.
Hraesvelgr and Shiva united. Indeed, whenever man and dragon have come together, death has ever been the inevitable result. It was our fear of your kind that sparked a nigh-endless war. Fear and hate of which Nidhogg drank deep as he laid waste to my homeland. And in turn, I took my revenge on his brood. Blood for blood, pain for pain. I thought nothing of theirs, only of mine. And yet, were the chasm between us too vast and too deep, Hraesvelgr would not have borne Isael to battle and our rescue. He would never have entrusted a mortal champion with one of his eyes, and the Dragonsong War would still rage on. And I would still wage a never-ending war of violence and vengeance. The future of our star be damned.
Is it me, or is Estinian's spear becoming less drenched in blood? Like, I'm sure it used to be, like, completely red at one point, and now it's kind of... Now it's more black and red. Or am I just remembering his spear wrong?
I cannot speak for Ahawan's greater goals. Yet I know that he served you, served your people, long and true.
Summoner does summon Bahamut. Oh, well there you go.
In this time of unprecedented crisis, he turned to you. You could do worse than to place your trust in him.
I do have some levels in Summoner. I think I got up to about level 50. Because I had
It will
to
not
do a
be
lot of
easy,
Red Mage.
but the future of Radzit-Han hangs in the balance. We have company.
Ah, it's Deoxys!
The hour has come, Vreetra! It's all or nothing!
Anyway, don't worry about that action. Let's go back to the Elephant Man. If Mevan fled deeper into the jungle, she and her child are in grave danger. Well, whatever are we to do? Gods have mercy. You cannot let fear consume you. Fear? Consume me? What are you talking about? Oh, we're not told him yet. Then, I too could become a beast. I understand, I think. I've seen to the wounded. How did the two of you fare? Did you find your friends? Well, we found one of them. I see. In that case, let us help you find the mother and child. Before we leave, we must ensure the village will be safe in our absence. Alistair and I will patrol the area and search for more beasts. Would you and Matsia speak with Elder Yuravet? Pray explain to him the situation and join us as soon as you are able. We will save Mevan and her child. We can do that much for Kirisaf. Again, I really think, like, the guy got struck down by a beast, and then his wife despaired, his child cried because it's a baby. They both turned into monsters, and then we killed the monsters just in time to see the guy die. I am heartened to see you both safe, but what of the family? We found Kirisaf, but he... Say no more, I understand. We have lost another of our dear friends. Kirisaf may be gone, but there is still hope for Mevan and her child. Please find them, I beg of you. And if, in your search, you come across anyone else who escaped the slaughter, pray tell them what has happened. I will do my best to keep the villagers safe and their spirits high. Come, let us rejoin your friends at once. I didn't mean to say come quite so enthusiastically as that. Twins are Lisa Simpson, that episode of The Simpsons, where they're on the mountain with the Smithers, and he needs to reach the cabin to not lose his job, but Lisa keeps finding sick animals. It very is much like that. It's like, we need to go and save them, but we also need to save everyone else. So, you know what they say, he who hunts two rabbits catches both. I'm pleased to report that the vicinity appears to be beast-free, no doubt thanks to your earlier efforts. And with that, let us resume our search for your friend and her child. Where should we begin, Mattia? If we follow Xiroda south, we'll arrive at Perusa, a temple. It is a sacred place where people go to commune with the divinities. It's possible that Mevan sought shelter there, and perhaps other villages as well. Then it's settled. Matsia, stay close to me, alright? You two, take the lead. Keep an eye out for beasts and anyone in need of help. Very well. We will make for Perusa as quickly as we are able. With me! Oh, hang on, I'm supposed to be leading. Run off without me. In my whirlybird! I still love how terrible this is. Also, that's just an alligator. You can call it a kumbira, but that's just an alligator. Hello. I should really get Augustus out of storage. He hasn't had any play recently. You good? Oh, thank you. I thought I was done for. Nevan. She is a friend of mine too, but I have not seen her. She must still be out there somewhere, trying to avoid the beasts. And with her child, gods. Worry not for me, I can make my way back to the village on my own. She's immediately eaten by the alligator, and it's like... Woolies are in this too. Edit. Let's try this. I thought I turned your nameplate off. I don't know why it's come back up. I guess... Oh, it's disappeared again now. Maybe it's because you were close enough to me. Just driving past in his car. Jack, wait. Perusa lies just up ahead, but something terrible has happened. The beasts have come, and many have already been killed. Are you showing off your love heart, Mo? Alphino and Alice have gone to do what they can, but there are so many more than I can count. You must be ready. Man, you're showing off. Oh, and you've changed pink as well for the occasion. It's romance, Atratus. For what should be obvious reasons, I fear for my chastity. A FF12 cockatrice over here. Hello. You're not milky enough, sorry. How dare! I don't know why I'm offended by that, but I am, damn it. You good? Okay, bye. Alright, I guess I need to go actually inside the temple. Oh hey. Good work. Pink chocobo unlocked. Yeah, he's like a mood chocobo. He just changes colour depending on the season. What's the entrance to this place? Here. Yellow default, red at Christmas, pink during Valentiones. Ara for me, I think convinced otherwise. Yes. Ara. Sounds a solid Ara. You good? Well, 1 out of 2 isn't bad. Yeah, sadly, I can't Ara in any way seductively. I'd be a much more popular just generally, I think, if I could. You know, if I was... It was... Oh, I got it too late. That guy turned. That's fine. We saved a couple of people. Can't win them all. Oh, Langer, go away. This, just on an unrelated tangent, this Hanuman Langer looks a lot like Pecora's fucking monkey. I saw a picture of it earlier today. So don't let the apocalypse distract you with the fact that Pecora bought a fucking monkey. Make it the most British era ever. Get those Chelsea girls. I don't know how you... Arrah, arrah! That's as good as I can do. There you are. How fare the others? I see. You've seen to all the beasts in sight. In that case, let's have everyone gather in front of the temple. And we have a new redeem. No! No, no, no. No.
Courage, friend. The pain will pass.
Has anyone seen Mevan? Where could she be?
We've dealt with all the blasphemies, and made certain no villagers are still in hiding.
Good work. We've otherwise tended to the wounded as best we can.
What will become of us?
Help is on the way, surely. We may have to abandon our homes now, but we will return, someday.
But where can we go? Is anywhere even safe?
The moon!
That I cannot say.
Well, I can. Nowhere's safe. Run all you like, but there's no escaping these things.
No, the moon's fine.
And even if I could... It's too late for my family.
You can despair all you want on the moon. There's loads of emotional support rabbits up there as well. It's great.
This isn't good. The more they dwell on the tragedy, the more likely we are to lose them too.
Quickly, twist their nipples!
My friends, this is a place of worship. Should your heart quake with sadness, cast your mind to the heavens and remember. Remember the teachings of the old gods. Did they not implore us to stand fast when waves of sorrow break against our shores?
Is this a bad time to mention that this whole situation was caused by me killing an old god? Yes? No?
Know this, my children. There is more ugliness than beauty in this world. To live is to suffer. To drink of calamity and drown in anguish. To toil and be tested. Always and ever.
God bless the emos. They'll get us through this.
'Tis a perilous path you walk. Death lurks in the dark, and is the sole promise that awaits at journey's end.
It's like Usopp in Thriller Bark. I'm already negative. Your powers have no effect on me.
You will tremble with terror. You will weep tears of anger and despair.
But do not avert your eyes. See your life for what it is. Then will you see how the hardships make you strong.
Deploying emergency titty twister maneuver. Exactly, it's the only thing that will save us.
Every doubt reforged as scales for your armor.
Kick the back of their knees.
Every agony to temper your blade.
Put jam in their hair. I feel like I'm ruining the mood a little bit. But that's the intent. We just need to distract them from being
Thank you,
despaired.
lad. We'd almost forgotten who we are.
He's trying to cheer them up while I listen to My Chemical Romance. That might work too.
My undying gratitude to you as well, my friends.
Give them an outlet for their despair.
You were searching for Mevon, no? We must return home. I pray you help the boy find his friend.
Everyone to live journal. We can despair everyone there in relative peace.
Gladly. We dispatched what beasts we could, but the roads are still dangerous. Stay together and go in safety.
That was very impressive, what you did back there. Those words seem to resonate with your people.
They should. They were the first spoken unto our ancestors by the divinity of legend. I'm easily upset, and fish are wont to flee a temperamental hand. So I recite the teachings over and over to calm myself.
They're lovely and inspiring to hear, though I imagine they were born of great misfortune.
They are born of life. There's as much bad as good in it. More, many would attest. All the more reason to appreciate the good when you can.
Hey, so this the discussion about theology and and everything is great and all. Do you remember the woman with the baby we're supposed to be finding? Should we get on that?
I won't argue with that.
Everyone?
In darkness, seek joy. Surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair. Walk free, and bear the light for others to follow.
Guys, I think my flowers are about to change colour again.
And with that, let us see if we can't find Mervyn. Did you see? That beast was chasing someone.
Oh, okay, my flower hasn't changed colour yet. I suspect that it will. I suspect that it's only a matter of time before it changes colour. Okay, we've still got a little bit to go on this section, but I think we're trying to finish this section. We've got 4 quests. Over there, my view was blocked by the trees, but I'm sure I saw someone being chased by a beast. Jack, go with Matthew and search along the river. Alphino and I will circle around from the south. Righto. Haha! Now I have my car. It doesn't go very quickly when you don't have the things unlocked. I really wish I just bought Cloud's bike, because the boost on it is so good, but I would use it all the time, and that's kind of boring. It's a shame the new bike doesn't have a boost on it, at least as far as I know it doesn't, because I really like the new bike. That's a cool statue. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. So this is lovely. Anyway, woman, baby. Oh, she did turn into a monster and kill her husband.
That's her! No, I'm sure of it! Niven!
Don't! Please!
Oh, well, since you asked nicely. I was talking about this the other week. Like, it's always disappointing that you never get to do anything cool in cutscenes like the other characters do. Because your role isn't fixed. I never get to, like, jump in and...
No!
Sword
God
people.
have mercy!
I guess I can jump in and go swimming. I guess that doesn't require a weapon. Sorry, overshot. Evelyn's lifeless body floats before you, battered and broken. Her death no doubt came swiftly. Okay, I have not saved anyone. Even daughter, however, is nowhere to be seen. You take the baby in your arms. If she yet lives, you cannot tell, but she will surely not survive unless you carry her to the surface at once. I need a dolphin! Stat! Hey, I can't... Hang on, I need to go over here where the stairs are. Where's the baby? Oh, she's in my coat pocket. It's fine. Don't worry about it. Langers, I got no time for you. I have to save a baby. Or rather, I have to get Alphino to save a baby. Alphino! Baby! Did you find Bevan and the child? Damn it all. You have the child. Let me see her. I was making a reference to Final Fantasy VII. When you have to do the CPR minigame and then do the dolphin bit. But, I mean, you're not wrong, I suppose.
She's so cold, Alphino.
The child is alert, and I see no wounds, and yet... she grows weaker. My spells can do no more. What she needs is a change of clothes and a warm bed. We must hurry back.
I'll use Verfire.
Not now.
Matsia, take the child.
God damn it. It appears we've made enough noise to be heard for miles around. More will be upon us ere long. We make our stand here. Mattia, can you take her back to the village?
But the child, all by myself. You can't be serious.
Okay,
The
you
beasts
stay
will
here.
follow you home unless we stop them here.
Yeah, you stay here and fight these blasphemies, and we'll take the child home then.
Be strong, Matsia. Her life is in your hands.
Right. I can do it.
I know you can. We'll keep them busy, Matsia. Go! Quickly!
Nice of the blasphemies to sort of hang back whilst we convince Matsia. There we go. Do I actually have to fight anything, or is this going to be a cutscene?
Steady. You know the way. No. No. Not you too.
Oh. Make raspberries or something.
Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
Steal her nose.
To live is to suffer. To drink of calamity.
I will not fear. Fear is the mind killer.
Lurks in the
Fear is
dark.
the little death that brings total oblivion to all.
No! I'm not afraid! I'm not afraid! Ah! Do not avert your eyes. See your life for what it is. See how the hardships make you strong. Every doubt reforged. Every agony.
Yeah! My boy!
The divinity.
Nay, but one who would deliver thee just the same.
Please. You must save the child.
Oh, okay.
She is all that remains of Mevan and Grasef. Please.
There.
Well. Seems the babe's taken a liking to you.
I am good with children, yes.
Thou art strong, little one. Let us convey thee to thy home.
I spied our friends as we flew in. They appeared to be holding their own against the Horde.
There we go. Pop goes the blasphemy.
That's the last of them. We should hurry and find Matsia.
He had help from on high.
What, like divine aid?
A fine battle it must have been. Shame I missed it.
Yeah, no, Hydelin's doing fuck all.
Estinian, it was you who came to Mattia's aid.
I was only along for the ride. Vritra was the one who saw the boy was in need. The two are headed back to the village.
Where the worm will honor Ahiwan's wishes and finally reveal himself to his people.
Perhaps so. Will you go and join them?
There's something I need to do first. Mervyn gave her life so that her child might live. She deserves better than to be left to drift alone. She deserves to be laid to rest beside her husband, at least. Will you help me?
Oh, I wanted to see how all the people are going to react to the dragon showing up. It's going to be funny. Again, I just think it'd be funny if the dragon shows up and everyone just despairs more. Because like, oh god, it's a dragon! Ah! Jesus. We have done what we can. 'Tis for the villagers of Palaka's stand to perform the funeral rites. I can't position myself. Your chocobo is... Okay. Okay, good. If nothing else, Mervan and Kirisaf died as they lived. As themselves and not as beasts, their souls will find peace in the ethereal sea. To think the day would come when even that smallest of solaces would be this comforting. Dragon tea stunts. Yeah, that's how he convinces them. You are ready then. In that case, let us head to Palaka's stand. No doubt Vitra is waiting for us. I don't know why, Vitra's not a hard name to remember, and yet, I keep forgetting it. Hey. Did everyone run in fear? Rest easy, for all is well here. Young Matsia returned with the babe safe in his arms. Owing to a warm bed, the girl hath already begun to regain her strength. Less joyously received was word of the mother and father's fate, as well as that of their transformed neighbors. Unfortunately, word of their fate transformed 6 more of the villagers. I had to kill them, and that transformed 2 more. It's honestly, it's really difficult to contain this. I should have just lied. How many children of Thavner must we lose to this calamity? Mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters. Every death another void that can never be filled. We who survive them must carry the weight of their memory, as we strive to regain a semblance of what we have lost. Kirisaf and Mervin's babe is a child of Thavner as well. I thank you for returning her to us safe. Oh, most great and merciful worm, I have not the words to express my gratitude. They say that were it not for you, brave Matsia and the child would have been lost to us forever. Long had I heard the rumors that a mighty dragon had forged a pact of friendship with the satrap, but never would I have expected such a kind and gentle soul. Truth in part, but not in whole. I am Vitra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode. An isle I have ruled over as satrap, with Arwen as my loyal servant. I am your god. Am I ears to be believed? You were the true satrap all along. Oh, it's There you go, there's Lady Elephant. Nidhana, what are you doing here? Hello. Just passing by. I heard from the Radiant that you had gone to help the people of Palakistan in their time of need. And so I and several of my colleagues from the Great Work came to offer our services. The alchemists have already brewed up some potions for Mevin's daughter. But enough about us. You and your role are the far greater enigma. If you were the true satrap all along, could it be that young Varshan was created to serve as your emissary? Thou didst suspect the boy was but a simulacrum. A rumour has circulated for many years around the High Crucible that our most skilled alchemists were once commissioned by the satrap's family in secret to fashion a mammoth indistinguishable from a living boy. Looking at Varsan with that knowledge, I simply put two and two together. I was not alone in drawing this conclusion, but like me, they no doubt recognized that the satrap was using the simulacrum to work more closely with his people, and decided not to press the issue. I had always assumed one of Arwen's associates was manipulating it from afar, though the truth is indeed far more surprising. It is an honor to meet you in the flesh, Master Vitra. Pray allow me to express my gratitude. If you had not believed in and given unto us your scales, I do not know where we would be. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. 'Twas thou and thy fellow alchemists that fashioned the means to unmake the towers. You were the savior, not only of Radzat-Han, but the star. Can I ask another question? How do you form plosives with those teeth? You don't seem to have lips. How do you go ba and pla? Practice! An advanced form of ventriloquism. Speak to the dragoon, he knows. Far too kind you are, Master Vitra, but the star yet wants for salvation. Once more will my colleagues and I commit the knowledge and resources at our disposal to the mission of aiding the people in this, their darkest hour. Their darkest hour. It's like, oh, that's very dramatic. 'Twould seem this place is in good hands. I would return to see how Radzat-Han fares. What will you do, scions? I worry for the survivors we met at Perusa. Shall we pay them a visit before making our way back? In that case, might I ask a favor? Nothing too burdensome, I promise. This way. I need to move these 3 crates. That's just like, yeah, no, this is what I'm here for. Yeah, crate moving, that's my bread and butter. Needs to simmer just a bit longer, I'd say. In the meantime, I was hoping I might ask you a few questions. The Red Sky, these terrible beasts. What in the name of the sisters is happening here in Thavner? Well, okay. Long story. Long story short, I killed an old god. The rabbit's full of... the moon's full of rabbits. The moon's also a spaceship. And the old gods are making people turn into monsters when they despair. I think that pretty much sums it up. Oh my, that's rather a lot to take in. It would seem the situation is even more grave than we suspected. Thank you, friend. My colleagues and I will use your knowledge to see if it can further our own research. And with that, here we are. A pot of piping hot chai, brewed from my own secret recipe of spices and tea leaves, together with hearty helpings of rich milk and pure sugar. I've made enough for everyone in the village. Might I trouble you to deliver a few cups? The drink has medicinal properties, then? Not in the least. The ingredients are quite ordinary. It's so very tasty, though, and has a way of lifting the spirits. See, I told you! Cocoa with marshmallows! This is what we do. We just make everyone sort of slightly comfortable, and they're less likely to turn into monsters. The spicy aroma and distinctive sweetness of chai is a simple, everyday pleasure on our island. Sometimes the best medicine is the simplest. A lovely sentiment, Nitana. By all means, allow us to assist. Me. Christina's like, I will not help. Well, you will not distribute hot beverages. I'll do a sweep for errant beasts to slay. A far less arduous task, no doubt. When you finish, look for me at the Wakeful Torona. Is that a person or a place? Oh, money's gone. Here! Have some tea. Look at them, lazing about, knowing full well the beasts might strike again at any moment. Do they not realize their lives are in danger? Well, I, for one, intend to survive. I'm too young to die. Yes, I'll leave this island behind if I must. But where would I go? Is anywhere safe these days? Again, I don't understand why we're not telling people about the moon. Go to the moon. We don't have to worry about you on the moon. A cup of chai? Can't you see I have more important things to worry about? No, you're right. It is precisely in times like these we must strive to remain calm and steady. I do believe I'll visit the Elder and see what needs to be done. If there is any way I can aid my village and my friends, I will do it. You've got that one covered. Hey, Chocobo Keep, do you want any tea? No? Okay, well... Like, no, I have a ready supply of Chocobo milk. Keeps me happy. It's like, Chocobo lay eggs. You don't get milk out of Chocobos. You're like, oh, you do. You do if you know where to milk them. Wait, I know you. You were the one who saved us from those beasts back at the temple. Were it not for you, well, let's not even think about that. At times like this, we mustn't dwell on what might have been, but look to the future. But what future awaits us? How can Razat Han hope to recover from this? Most of my friends are gone, and I don't know where to turn. Have some chai. A cup of chai? Well, if you insist. Ah, that aroma has a way of clearing the mind. Come to think of it, we've faced our fair share of trials in the past as well. And no matter how hard the times, we've always come together as a people united. One day at a time, one step at a time. For that is all any of us can do. Yes. Back to work once I finish this cup. Thank you. We'll deliver tea. Lovely, lovely warm tea to all of Eorzea. And foil Fandaniel's plans. It's like, no, I didn't count on tea. Fandaniel's, I mean, I think Fandaniel's dead, so I don't think you can do anything else now, really, but... I'm trying to remember his name. It's the Garlean Prince guy whose name I do know, but I can't remember. He's attacking the PG Tips factory. Damn, does his villainy know no bounds? We've still got the Yorkshire, right? Yes, well that's fine. The Yorkshire tea's better anyway, I've heard. Xenos. Thank you. I don't know why I keep thinking he's got like a really long name. I think I keep thinking of his father's, and that's not him. Yeah, Xenos. He's still around. I'm sorry, I just want to be left alone. My best friend and I, we fled the village together. One of the beasts took him, and it was all I could do to run. All the while I could hear this monstrous voice screaming my name. She starts turning. I just splash the tea in her face in panic. She's like, oh, fuck! Oh, I mean, it's not really hot. I guess it's just kind of warm, but, I mean, that was distracting. This is for me. We used to drink chai together often, shared stories over steaming cups after a hard day of work. Thank you, friend. The pain may never pass, but I must press on all the same for his memory and for we who must remember. Sorry, the chai makes me unable to talk. It's the good stuff, if you know what I mean. Very relaxing. Thank you for delivering the chai, Jack. Did it help to lift the villagers' spirits? That is heartening to hear indeed. The final days show no signs of abating, but that is all the more reason that we must try to keep our composure. Our lives have been forever changed. The people we have lost will never return to us. These tragedies were a long way on our hearts. But we have the capacity to live with our suffering, to carry the agony till we too join the fallen in death. It is not a surrender, but a recognition, for it is only in acceptance that we find the strength to move forward. Have some tea. Thanks. Do you know what? I will have some tea. My inventory is a mess at the moment. Glug glug. Yeah. Hardship is an inexcusable... I don't need to talk to you. As you have finished your deliveries, might I talk with you for a moment? I was curious to know, what has become of Mevans and Kerasaf's remains? Yeah, we buried them. I think. Oh, thank you, friend. Surely they will be able to rest peacefully by each other's side. I and the people of Palakistan will perform the rites as soon as we are able. As for the child, it will not be easy for her growing up without her parents, or a name, apparently, but I promise to do what I can. Once she is able to eat solid food, the fish I catch will help nourish her. Until then, she's on her own. Oh yeah, I guess he does have his full, his Xenos Yai Galvas full silly name. But I was just thinking of like his one-liner name. But for, yeah, I don't know why, it's not a difficult name to remember, but I keep forgetting it. He's such a forgettable villain. I really don't like Xenos as a villain. I'm disappointed that he's stayed around as long as he has, compared to like other way more interesting villains. Well, we've finished delivering the chai. I do believe everyone has a piping hot cup. I could almost believe there's a magic at work. How their tension fades with every sip. Let us pray that Palakistan has seen the last of those transformations, at least for now. They are still at risk, as every village in Thavner, like or not. Still, I trust we can leave this place in the care of our friends from the Radiant and the High Crucible. Shall we return to Ratzatan? By all means, do not let us keep you further. There are still many who have need of your wisdom and strength to deliver them from this terrible calamity. And I will do what I can as well. I will bring rations and supplies from Akyali. We have plenty to spare. Odd. Then let us find Estinian and be on our way. Where did he wander off to again? It's fine, I'll just put the Estinian signal up. The Wakeful Torona, near the bridge at Razzatana, as I recall. Very well then. Goodbye. Keep on keeping on. I'll come back later and do your ether current quests when I need to, but later. I assume now that I've had the story mission... Actually, I don't know if that is true. I was going to say, I assume that now I've had the story mission that gives me the ether current, that means I can unlock flying. But I don't know if that's true. Because there is still quite a bit of the map I haven't... Oh, actually, less than I thought. I thought there was still quite a lot of the map left, and there actually isn't. So maybe I can. Maybe I can. That'd be something I will look into off stream. Because, gotta unlock all those flying routes eventually. Alphado told me everything. Full glad am I to hear the people are safe. Likewise, you will be pleased to know I found no evidence of lingering beasts in the jungle and ruins. It would seem you finished off the last of them. Trying times yet lie ahead for the people of Thavner. Fortunately, they have a wise and benevolent satrap to shepherd them through. Speaking of which, I received word from Thancred not a short while ago. He awaits our return to the city of Elzadal's Path. Yep. Come. To Elzadal's Path, then. That took me my last quest to get flying. Okay, so I can do it now, then. That's normally the sign that you can unlock it when you do the story quest that gives you a current. The best you can do up to that point is just put yourself in a position so that you can unlock flying shortly after. It's good to see you safe. Given the skies, 'tis all too easy to fear the worst. I'm pleased to report that we've succeeded in quelling the threat here in the city. The beasts have all been felled and the citizens are safer now. I have also heard from the Radiant that an important proclamation will be made in the city square, though they say no more than that. Might you have any idea what this is about? Yeah, probably the dragon. So Victor is finally coming out from behind the curtain. I suppose we too should hear what he has to say. To Megaduta then, but before that, it would appear the word of the assembly has not yet reached all of the citizens. If anyone along the way seems unaware, we'd best enlighten them. We just walk through the streets of Radzahan going, hear ye, hear ye. Dragon. It be dragon time. Stop dragging your feet and get to the square. Dang it. Turn the friggin' Aetheryte on. Yeah, I know it turns on in like a mission or two, because I've seen it in the mission list, but... I'm here now. Oh, the beast's all gone. I've been hiding and I'm too scared to go out and look. Oh, that's a relief. I thought one of those beasts was going to eat me. I wonder where Arshan is. He's the slowest runner. I hope he got away. He could be with the other people from the palace. Maybe I'll see him in the square. Don't really do anything there, but... my work here is done. Onward. Spooked youth! Leave me be, please, I swear to you. My flesh tastes absolutely terrible. Oh, gods, what are you doing scaring me like that? If we're not quiet, those beasts will find us. I got it for now. The square, you say? But that's where the satrap was killed. With my very eyes, I saw him crushed in that creature's maw. So many lives lost, such terrible carnage. And you say there was someone else who would lead Radzahan in his stead. Whoever they are, if they say anything to sully the memory of our beloved satrap, I'll make them regret it. Yeah, I'd like to see that, mate. I'd like to see you pick a fight with the friggin' Dragon King. That is to say, he is a dragon who is also a king, not that he's the king of dragons. I think the king of dragons is Midgard's honor, I guess. I have him as a mount. And a minion. This isn't square. King, better pack up my guillotine gun and speed die. You're gonna need a big one. You're gonna need a big one. He's got a girthy neck.
Look! Someone's coming!
People of Radzahan, it warms my heart to see so many brave, resilient souls before me. Today, I would share with you a great revelation. But before I do, I must make a humble request.
Please, 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 don't be scared of dragons. You must promise, if you see a dragon, do not despair.
Do not be alarmed, nor avert your eyes. See the one I unveil for who he is, and know that he means you no harm.
That is basically what I said. Seriously, if you get scared, you'll die. Stop being scared. I can see some of you trembling.
Well. I dare say it can't be worse than the horrors we've already seen.
Many thanks.
A dragon!
Wow!
Yeah, fuck yeah, dragon!
People of Radzat-Han, I am Vritra, and for years uncounted hath this isle served as mine abode.
Ishgard's done a lot.
'Tis as the Satrap's ally I am known. Today, I would reveal the truth unto you.
Ishgard's done quite a lot in the months since the Dragon Song War ended to really bolster Dragon's reputation. We've just been saying people out. We just need to go around and tell people dragons are cool now. Don't kill dragons; they're awesome. You know, we'll make it like a comic book. You know, we just need some proper pro dragon propaganda. Can't be worse than the horrors we've already seen. Yeah, about that. I mean, it's not much better, I suppose. That's how I'd greet a dragon, to be honest. I'd maybe be slightly tentative. I guess until I know exactly what kind of dragon it is. Some of them are cool, and some of them are, you know, a bit more fire-breathy. First, ask questions later.
Let us hope they accept him.
When does Dragon's Dogma 2 come out? I want to play that. I have a feeling it's in March. 22nd of March.
If I am hearing this right, you were the satrap all along?
March is such a stacked month for games.
Vashan! I mean, Master Vitra, does your divine eye really see all?
Nay, child. While mine eye hath borne witness to the whole of our nation's history, to its future I am blind as thee. Countrymen, calamity the likes of which we have never known is come to Fafnir, our home. Friends and loved ones have been taken from us. I, too, have lost my closest confidant. Ahawan loved this land and served it with dignity till his dying breath. A nobler satrap there will never be. For so long, I lacked the courage to face you. I will not easily earn your trust, this I know.
A nobler satrap there will never be, because technically he was never satrap. So, yeah. I am the satrap, and I'm a dragon, and I'm, like, kind of immortal. I would outlive all of you, so...
And yet, I cannot sit idly by and abandon Radzat-Han to her fate. A font of boundless vibrancy, this jewel of the ocean. Since time immemorial, hath she glittered with every color imaginable. To this dragon, slumbering in his dark lair, 'twas a mesmerizing sight, and one that brought no end of joy to my heart. This calamity hath stolen too much from you already. Yet so long as you live, the light of Radzat-Han will never be extinguished.
I gotta be honest, there's not a lot of people here. If this is everyone that's left alive in Radzat-Han, I'm just saying, I think we're gonna have to settle in with a lot of incest. Or we're gonna have to do it with the elephants.
I pray you let me watch over it. Over you.
Either way.
And lend me your strength, that we might face this trial and those to come as one.
I do not know you, dragon, but I thank you for speaking the truth to us. As divinities, both Manusha and Riga once joined together, so too do I believe that hand in hand, we can overcome this ordeal and welcome an era of peace.
I don't have hands. Oh, that was embarrassing for that one guy. He tried to start a round of
That would have
applause.
surely brought a smile to Azael's face.
No one joined in. So there's no sadder sight than that. Oh.
Indeed.
Oh, hey, it's the Forum. I recognize those silly hats.
Excuse me, but I must speak with the Satrap at once.
Father.
You have suffered dearly of late, yet you must endeavor to look beyond these losses to the future you yet have. On behalf of the Forum of Sharlayan, I come with a proposal by which you, the people of Radzat-Han, might be saved. I say again, I must speak with your Satrap. I beseech you, take me to him with all possible haste.
This is awkward. Hello.
I am Satrap here. Speak thy proposal. All present shall hear and judge.
If I have given offense, then I apologize. First, allow me to share with you what knowledge we have of the phenomenon responsible for your woes.
Their parents are hot.
The final days.
Elysians are. You don't really get unattractive Elysians unless you really go out of your way.
'Tis an affliction of stagnancy and rot, sown into the currents of the star. Though the first prominent manifestation was here, in Thavner, it will invariably spread to every corner of the world. The Forum was forewarned of this apocalypse several centuries ago. Thenceforth, my predecessors sought to prepare for the end times in the only conceivable fashion, by securing a means of escape.
Escape the star? What madness is this?
'Tis by no means madness.
I mean, it sounds kind of crazy, and even I know you're not lying.
With the coming of the 7th umbral calamity, the true nature of the Red Moon, Dalamud, was revealed. That it was an artificial construct of ancient Alag. But what of the Silver Moon? This celestial satellite is yet another technological marvel fashioned and maintained by ancient allies. A ship that will sail the heavens and deliver our people from destruction.
You said nothing about that because we're arrogant assholes. Sorry about that. I mean, yeah, the Forum are.
And by our people, I speak not only of Sharlayan. We mean to save every man, woman, and child it is within our power to save.
What about dragons? Sorry,
including you, our dear friends of Radzat-Han. Recent events necessitate adjustments be made, and quickly, but we can and will escort you safely to the moon.
Long has thy Forum been allies to Thavner. I trust thou dost not extend this offer lightly. Yet I wonder, is this truly the way? Is there a future to be built for us beyond this star our father deemed the last bastion of hope?
It is for that very reason I come before you and your people. To answer any and all of your questions. To offer my assurances and allay your fears.
Death Star manned by bunnies. It would be a twist if they turned the engine on and it just went, oh, that's not a thruster, that's a cannon. Okay, turns out we can't save the planet, but we can blow it up.
Though, if you wish the best for your people, I advise you to render your decision swiftly.
to Megaduta. They are to be received as honored guests. Worry not. Whatever decision is reached, your paths shall be yours to decide.
Metal Gear, by the way, would be another great crossover. I mean, honestly, there's no bad crossover franchise really. I think anything would work to some degree. Like if they could put cars and motorbikes and stuff in, they can put anything in. Let's get My Little Pony in. Fuck it. Let's ride around on Pinkie Pie or whatever.
Until then, heed the warning of these brave heroes. Guard your hearts against fear and despair, for it is within such fertile soil that the seeds of blasphemy find purchase.
I don't know the names of the new ones. I know that there are new ones, but I don't know what any of them are called. I just know the second most recent ones. So as he talks, he wanted to make a quick decision. It's fine, we will go back to time. Weapon to surpass Metal Gear.
Remain calm and attend to your daily tasks. I shall return anon.
Hey, take a drink, take a shot. That's it. It's the FF14 drinking game. We've got to take a shot every time someone says anon.
Master Vitra. We believe in you.
You've been you-woofied. Looks like you're talking you-woo for a while.
A woo is not an accent.
You're still here.
It's a dialect. Alright, I'll try. Because that means I've got to do the voices and speak with a woo. Oh, you are still here. What a relief. This is hard.
Nidana, what's the matter?
Oh, actually, I
Has
don't need
something
to read
happened
this.
at Palika Stand?
I don't need to read this because it's spoken. Woo.
Oh, no, not that I know. I just hope to hear your thoughts on a theory of mine.
All I've got. This is hard. Is Caesar soured dressing. Do I still take a shot? Yes, woo. Can I just put a woo at the end, like nyan, like a cat girl in Japanese? It sounds like you're having the most adorable stroke ever. I'm having a strong colobondulance.
All who undergo the transformation are drained of their ether, yes? What is it then that gives these beasts the strength to carry on as they do? Logically, they must be drawing upon an alternate form of vital energy. That put me in mind of our earlier conversation, when I tried to explain the essence which many confuse with ether.
Akasha. Yes, I remember. The unseen gift bestowed from on high. An energy influenced solely by emotion.
Just replace R with R and L by W's. But you... Okay. Woo.
Yes, yes. In this instance, negative ones set Akasha into motion, thereby infusing the beasts with vitality. I posit this as the mechanism by which the beasts are born and sustained.
I did see a uwu translator for Poissonu, where it turned all of the dialogue into uwu speak. It's really hard. It does sound like I'm having a stroke.
Do you still have that flower?
Ah, my flower. Oh. Well, I did.
If we accept that it once shone bright by drawing upon Akasha, influenced by the thoughts of those nearby.
I should have redeemed Ussie. It would have been easier to just add Ussie at the ends of words randomly. Is that like Ussie Latin?
Then fear, terror, despair, negative emotions so powerful as to suffocate it, permeated the air in this place. You must be very careful. The forces which drive the final days may be beyond our ability to perceive.
Whoa.
Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you like that. At any rate, I will continue my research into Akasha. Do temper your expectations, however. There are sadly few detailed studies upon which I may draw.
Formulating a new theory as you have is itself no small feat. I wish you well in your endeavors, and pray you take care.
Let's send Waha to the library again and get him to research it.
Thank you. You stay safe as well, yes? Till next we meet. And we will meet again.
I do worry when I do things when I have the accent redeem turned on that someone might join the stream for the first time and this is their first exposure to me and they think this is just how I talk all the time. Twime. It must have happened at least once. Ooh. Can I stop? Oh, it's been 5 minutes. That was awful. Just in time for me to actually start doing the voices again as well. As far as we have come, after all the horrors we have seen, there is still so much we do not know about the final days. Could it be, as Nidan has said, that the power of this phenomenon is beyond our comprehension? And if so, are we powerless to forestall it? Nah. Alright, this is the last quest of this section, so we'll do this, and then we'll probably call it a night. Although, it'll probably come up with it. This is where it comes with the thing that says, numerous cutscenes will play in sequence. We could clip every sentence you just said, it is with no context. Sadly, I don't think my wooing was clip worthy, so that's not gonna make us sure. I have an idea. There was a section earlier on that I think will make a fun clip, depending on how long it comes out. But greetings, honoured scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have a message from His Excellency the Satrap. Brave scions, you have my gratitude for aiding my people in this most trying of times. Alas, matters here at Megaluta prevent me from meeting you all in person. As a token of my appreciation, I've arranged for a feast to be held in your honor. May it nourish you in preparation for the trials ahead. Such are the words of Master Vitra. The feast he speaks of awaits you at Medrin's Mehene. Make your way there whenever your business here is done. We thank you for your kindness, indeed. I was hoping we might find a place to discuss our next course of action, and that seems an ideal venue. And to you, Jack Dandy, there is something we have hoped to introduce to you in particular. I am loath to detain you further. Might you spare a moment of your time? A personal invitation? Knowing full well your services are in the highest demand right now, this must be important. Worry not, we'll save some food for you, so take all the time you need. Oh, they're gonna leave all the rubbish food for me. I'm gonna have like all the, I don't know, strawberry-flavoured quality streets. Thank you, friend. Whenever you are ready, please join me in the Aetheryte Plaza. I shall go on ahead. Am I finally going to be able to attune to the main Aetheryte? I don't know if I can attune to this one. it's close. I guess just run over. I think we can improve this Uwu speech. Iron Hours isn't quite enough. Well, like I said, I need to install... There's a mod you can get for Persona 3, where it changes all of the dialogue to Uwu speak. I saw someone posting on Twitter saying this was a mistake. So maybe there's a Final Fantasy XIV mod you can get that changes all the dialogue to Uwu speak. Access to the Aetheryte, you see, there has been restricted to a select few ever since the tower first appeared. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience, but it was deemed too dangerous to permit you the free movement of visitors at a time of emergency. A risk we could not take. In light of recent developments, however, the Satrap has decided that such restrictions would only hinder our efforts to combat the final days. As such, I would encourage you to attune to the Aetheryte before proceeding along the corridor. So is that it? I just wanted me to attune to the thing. I mean, it's good, because, you know, you can do this. There you go. Actually, I definitely haven't got this one. So let me go and quickly tune up. Me. Can't stream with mods, permaban. Ah. Well, I mean, I wouldn't be able to mod the PS5 version anyway, but good to know. Yeah, I did see, because whenever I saw, like, posts talking about G-Pose, I saw these like really nice... That's the wrong place. I did see all these like really nice looking screenshots, and I was like, man, Final Fantasy XIV looks really good on PC. And then I realized, oh no, most of these are mods, and they're just modded to look better than normal. I mean, PC Final Fantasy XIV does still look better, but it doesn't look that much better. You must be wondering what this place is. You stand in the hall of the Radiant Host, from where our leadership oversees all of Radzat-Han's military operations. Sundrop, our destination, lies just ahead. This is a small room for the dragon to sit in. Banware if you use mods. So yeah, if you mod Final Fantasy XIV, Square, I actually do know this. So yeah, they have quite a strict no mod policy, but they generally don't go after people who don't advertise it. So if you mod your game in such a way that doesn't like affect anyone else, and then don't go around like showing it off, they don't care. But yeah, if you stream it, that's pretty. Yeah, again, that does make sense. That would be a problem. Welcome to Sundrop. Without further ado, allow me to introduce you to... Oh, so you're the famous Jack Dandy, eh? I knew it the moment you slipped through the door. You've the look of one who's walked through hell. Shurabat, please. You are speaking to the Satrap's honored guest and savior of our people. Can you not show a modicum of respect? What disrespect is there in paying a fellow warrior a compliment? We're all friends here, or will be soon enough. More formally then, or for the benefit of my countryman, it is a pleasure to have you with us, O great champion of Eorzea, scion of the Seventh Dawn, warrior of light, and all-around good egg, I'm sure. I have a couple more titles, but I'll I appreciate you using some of them. Most people don't bother. This talk of eggs reminds me I'm late for dinner. Ah, ha, a man after my own heart. I like that. Don't you worry, I'll keep it short. There's just a thing or two we'd like you to remember. First of all, about the room you're standing in now. Radzat Han welcomes delegates from other lands to oversee trade and diplomatic dealings. Then, there are military matters to discuss, which is why all these officers are stationed here in Sundrop. Jack made a boy toy friend. I think it's a lady. I imagine you're more familiar with each of the nations they represent, yes? We've got our representatives from Doma. Uldar and Alamigo. Limsa Laminsa. I'm disappointed it's not a cat girl. Gridania. And last, but never let it be said the least, Ishgard. They're the eyes and ears and mouths that bridge the distance between Radzat Han and their respective homelands. We've used this brief respite to share the details of our plight with our overseas counterparts. And wouldn't you know it, all of their leaders requested a few words from you specifically. You're a man in high demand, eh? And so, would you mind regaling us with your own account? Indulge us before you indulge yourself. Woo. As if the Limsa Lamitsa cat girls would ever leave Limsa. It's a good point. That's a good point. They are duty bound. They're like wandering souls. I thank you for the report. The conditions under which men are turned to beasts, the etheric anomalies you have observed, you have given us much to consider. It is concerning that the first transformation apparently occurred before the skies turned red. It is contrary to what one would expect. Thankfully, the information you conveyed to Lucia upon your return from the moon has already proved invaluable. As soon as reports of the calamity here in Thavner reached the Grand Company of Eorzea, and our Far Eastern allies, our leaders knew at once that the final days were indeed upon us. They began taking steps to assess the extent of the phenomenon's spread. Our agents were able to confirm that, for the time being, the skies burn only over the Bounty, including this island and Corvus. Alas, that is of little comfort. Aye, although all throughout Allied lands there have been reports of people transforming into hideous beasts. From what little we have learned, these incidents are similar in nature to that involving the merchant Kalzal. As was the case here, the victim underwent the change prior to the heavens being set ablaze. And so, while the burning skies have yet to manifest beyond the Bounty, the transformations do not appear to be subject to any similar restriction. If anyone anywhere overcome by despair can turn, then nowhere is safe. That's about the size of it. Speaking of which, we ought to give these creatures a name, don't you think? Here at Radzat Han, we've been taking the call on the first to change, which tend to be the biggest, blasphemies. Again, this is just a zombie movie. This is what they do in zombie movies as well. It's like, oh, we'll call these walkers. We'll call them biters. We'll call them them, or the undead, or the infected. It's as fitting a name as any. To ensure clarity in future communications, we shall urge our comrades to adopt this terminology. Our leaders have taken measures to deal with the threat to the best of our abilities. Aye, each nation has assembled their own group of elite soldiers to put down these so-called blasphemies and their spawn as and when they appear. Oh, I thought when they said we've got people dispatched to deal with the threat, they just had like entertainers in the street trying to cheer people up, like handing out balloons, like airdropping puppies and kittens into people's houses. And at the same time, they're doing all in their power to put the people's minds at ease and prevent panic and fear from spreading. That's what we need, puppies! Get the rabbits from the moon. We'll give everyone on Eorzea one of the rabbit people, and that will cheer them up. That said, it's probably a simple plan for maybe too simple a plan, but we got to start. It will stave off the catastrophe long enough for us to do something about it. Not a zombie movie until you make a daring escape in some ramshackle armoured vehicle made from stolen metal from the neighbour's allotment shed. We've still got half of this expansion to go. There's plenty of time for that. That's what the moon is. that's the ramshackle armoured vehicle. It's an old Allagan moon made into a retrofitted into a caravan. Yeah. That said, brave souls with the strength and fortitude to fell these terrible fiends are not easily found. Just so, and it is for that very reason that we turn to you. Pray lend us your strength, and help us to slay the blasphemies that plague our homelands. Oh, I just want to eat my eggs. Now, you don't have to give your reply before dinner. I should also mention that each blasphemy seems to possess wildly different characteristics. What works well against one may serve you poorly against the other. But before you go rushing off to save everyone's day, have a word with the delegates. They'll tell you what to expect. Nod. And with that, I do believe our friend here has a feast to attend. Spare a thought for us while you're tucking into all that fine cuisine, eh? You've gained access to the role quests for Endwalker. A separate quest line in the story is now available for tank, melee DPS, physical range DPS, magical range DPS, and healer roles. To undertake these quests, speak with any of the delegates in Sundrop and agree to help defeat the blasphemies that plague their respective homelands. Cool. I assume, like the class quests in Shadowbringers, I have to do these at some point. Yes, I guess I have to do the Ishgardian one for the magical DPS. Yup, okay. I've seen Beast Wars Transformers, but Vic Moons don't end well. So it's 50-50. It's sometimes it's okay. Like I said, sometimes they blow up planets. Maybe it's less than 50-50 then. Anyway, pray forgive Shirabat and her rudeness. She can be a bit boisterous at times, but it's simply her nature. Anyway, my apologies for keeping you from your hard-earned rest. You will be rejoining your companions, yes? Do you know the way to the Mehene? Yeah. Glad to hear you're becoming familiar with us at Fair City. You'll be pleased to hear that all drinks are on the house, so order whatever suits your fancy. And with that, I must return to my post. On behalf of all of the Radiant hosts, I thank you and your friends once more for lending your strength and courage to Radzat-Han in our time of need. We shall endeavour to fight the good fight to the end, that we might honour Erhawan's legacy and serve Master Vitra well. You have my word that your efforts will not be in vain. Alright. Well, I shall come back here when the game makes me. So, you know, later. Hey guys, I heard there's free drinks. Table for one. Welcome. When the satrap asked us to entertain a party of honoured guests, I was wondering who it might be. This is a lovely surprise, to say the least. By the way, I heard all about Kalzal from your friend Graatia. I understand there was nothing that could be done, but I was heartened to hear he meant us no harm. I cannot thank you enough for dispatching the beasts. As the smallest token of our thanks, your food and drink tonight are Merried's treat. Speaking of which, what should I start you off with? Ooh, yeah! Let's get some booze in me. As you wish, pray join your friends and I will bring you your drink. Sup, team? Hang on, let me... Oh, wait, no, it's over here, isn't it? Oh, why let me sit down if you're just going to make me stand back up again? Welcome back. Whatever did the Radiant want with you, pray tell? Get your dinosaur off the table. His feet are filthy. I'm stopping him from dancing on the bananas. Our allies have sent military delegates. That's news to me. Mind sharing the details? Oh, I want another elaborately animated cutscene where we all eat food. I want
blasphemies now plague all the realm.
I want Graha to, like, struggle to eat some, like, kebab or something.
It will only get worse if what Father said is true. As it did in Amarot.
If that's our model, then shouldn't we expect the effects to grow more severe as it feeds off its own spread? As if people transforming into those monstrosities wasn't bad enough. If the flora and fauna, if the land itself turned against us.
No one would survive.
Can flowers get sad? Heavens. If their flowers start getting sad, we're in trouble. That's when we really do need to abandon to the moon.
Here's your order, friend.
Hell yeah. Look at the size of this lime.
May you find comfort in these dark times.
Oh, military delegates. The Americans have entered the chat.
Where do we go from here? If there's one thing we've learned, fighting blindly and simply reacting to what comes will accomplish nothing.
I mean, that's all we've been doing for the last 4 expansions.
We must find a solution that addresses the fundamental cause. Before our strength is exhausted, before this crisis spirals out of control. Is there something, anything we've overlooked?
If there is an answer, Hydaelyn herself will have it. 'Twas she who bound Zodiac and forestalled the final days. Alas, we have heard naught from her since the Tower of Babel. Whether she cannot or will not speak, I can only speculate.
Hydaelyn doesn't have an answer. Her answer was to bound Zodiac, and I killed Zodiac, so we can't do that anymore.
Even the flower she gave us is no more.
I mean, I can get another one. In our time we called it Elpis. You would do well to remember the name.
So advised the Watcher. But what could be the significance of that name? It is entirely unfamiliar to me.
Wait, if you say it backwards, it's Sipple. That also doesn't mean anything, but, you know, it's almost a word. It's as much of a word as Elpis.
Well. It meant something to the ancients, though. In our time.
Most surely. Yet I do not recall a single mention of it in the records of Anida.
Another dead end. And quite literally. It's not as if there are any ancients living we could go and ask.
Yeah, there is. Like, literally, I could ask, Midgard's armor. Like, he was alive before he was alive. Yeah, he came to this planet. That was his whole thing. Why don't I ask Midgard's armor?
Not alive as such, but not quite dead.
Elidibus.
Midgard's armor. He's in my pocket. Seriously, I'll just get him out now.
I sealed him in the White Auracite of the Crystal Tower back on the first. Contained within that reservoir of ether that maintains it, ether that is returned little by little to the sea. Naught may remain of his soul. However, if part of it lingers, we might be able to speak with him there. I know we can no longer make that journey, but you, my friend, still can.
I can. Yeah, it'd be an opportunity to look in on the others as well. And hey, you know, push comes to shove, I can always disappear to the first.
Thank you.
They solved their calamity.
That would mean much to me.
And I got friends over there.
If nothing else, should we learn the First is safe, we'll have that much more reason to keep fighting the good fight. That said, the odds are not in our favor, to say the least.
I mean, I could put your souls back into Pokeballs. Although you haven't got bodies over there to put the souls back into. Well, I guess it's just me then.
Which is why we're fortunate to have Urianger up there on the moon, working hard to make all the necessary preparations for our departure, should it come to it.
I really, like, I'm just imagining the people who, like, bought Endwalker when it came out, because Endwalker was, like, really, really popular, and bought, like, the packs that let you skip all of the expansions and start an Endwalker, and just start playing it, and just being like, the fuck is any of this? Like,
Why we have nothing to lose by staying the course till the last instant.
Like, they've built up a lot of this stuff over the course of the entire game, so just to... And I know people did do that, because I know that people, when Endwalker came out, people were complaining that they had no idea what was going on. Because I think they were trying to treat it like World of Warcraft, where you could just skip to the raids and just do the endgame content, and they were just like, I have no idea what's happening.
Indeed. To the last, let us all do what we can. I will consult with Master Matoya and see if she knows of a way to reach Hydaelyn from the Ethereal Sea.
And I will visit the nation's leaders and attempt to ascertain how far the final days have progressed elsewhere.
I'm watching you and a friend play through this game and I'm still asking what the fuck is happening. I mean, I've played through this whole game and still occasionally it's just, they will just throw things at you that's just like, okay, yeah, I guess there are, like, the rabbits on the moon is the most recent one. But again, it was kind of, it has been, it's like, it's not the most confusing, like, it's not completely out of nowhere. The moon being a machine as well is also not, as they say, we know that the other moon was a prison, so why not the other moon?
Keep me abreast of your findings. I can seek out and slay the worst of the immediate threats, if only to slow the spread.
Unease, terror, despair. Try as we might to suppress them, these emotions will return to harry us time and time again. But when they do, remember this. Your friends and loved ones are out there somewhere, sharing in your struggle. You are not alone.
So ends the brief respite before the next revelation. Yes, so much left for you to see. Where beginning ends, and end begins.
And walk ends, and there'll be a title drop eventually. Oh, I guess we're outside now. Now then, is there anything we've forgotten to mention? Are your arms and armor in good order? Bosh. In that case, it's time we get each attended to our tasks. And when you arrive on the first, give my regards to Reed. Tell her I miss her. I mean, if I see her, she's not necessarily going to be... She's not necessarily going to be on the, in the Crystarium, is she? She could be anywhere. First is a big place, Thancred. Alright, well, we shall call it a night there. That is, we have finished the, level 84 to 85 quests. We are now on the 86 to 87 quests. And then it's the 88 to 89 quests. And then the final batch of level 90 quests. And then Endwalker is done. So I think that's like another like 4 or 5 streams, depending on how many cutscenes there are, I guess. So... hooray. Yeah, good progress. Good progress. We got the dungeon out of the way early, and there was lots of talking. Lots of talking and running around. And we moved some crates, which is my favourite thing to do in Final Fantasy XIV, other than Triple Triad. And, as we have just finished a section, there may be I forgot to do this last time. Hang on. There may be someone who will want to play Triple Triad with me. Let's just check out the villages real quick. This is the real reason I wanted to play to the end of a section. Anyone? Triple Triad? No. What about over here? Anyone Triple Triad? No. Triple Triad? No. Come on, Garlemald had a Triple Triad guy. He might be behind a quest. That's the most annoying thing, when there is someone who will play you a Triple Triad, but they're locked behind. You have to do like a side quest for them first. And you can't tell, and you have to Google it. Ugh. It's the worst. Having to do content. Alright, well. Anyway, we'll stop there. We'll pick this up. Are we playing next week? Wednesday. Yes, I'm not doing anything next week, so we'll pick this up next week. And we shall head to the 1st and go and visit all of our friends and pick up Elidibus's soul Pokeball thing. I will be back tomorrow to play, which should have actually it might not have downloaded, but I have pre-ordered it. Oh no, it has downloaded. I guess it downloaded whilst I was playing. Pacific Drive. This is what we're going to play tomorrow. It is technically out now. I think it came out at midnight. Yeah, this is Pacific Drive. We're going to play this tomorrow. You drive a station wagon through a place called the Olympic Exclusion Zone, as you can see there. It's basically like it's like a sci-fi exclusion zone where everything's kind of like popping off, and you're trying to drive through it in a shitty car and trying to keep the car alive. So yeah, we'll play that tomorrow, and then depending on how far we get in it or whether we like it, we might play some more on Friday, or we'll go back to Death Stranding. So that's the plan for the rest. That's the plan till Friday at least, anyway. So yeah, if I see you then, I will see you then. Otherwise, I will see you when I see you. Thanks for watching all. Thanks for the chat, for the talk of the perineum, for making me speak uwu. All fun and appreciated. Yeah, I will see you when I see you. So yeah, have a good night, have a good whatever, and I will see you anon. Bye.